Hello and welcome to the ADLR Podcast episode 105, where this week we got movies, games, music, all of it, reviews, slander, everything. Just tune in. Okay, that was the intro. That looked like it was super choppy, so I apologize. We got Ignacio in the chat, lit. Johan in the chat. We got...
Oh shit, Ignacio's there?
Yeah, we got Javi in the chat putting in their channel points for that 24-hour stream. We're halfway through it, guys. 50%.
Yeah. I gotta do that.
Put in all your channel points, because Papa trying to do a 24-hour, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. ADLR Podcast... Here we go. Here we go. A minute in.
Was he?
What the fuck was that? That was uncalled for. That made no sense. Yo, Randall, how you doing?
Tired.
What'd you do today? Why you so tired?
I was up late last night, and then I went to the gym, and then that's it.
So that's why you tired. Yeah, I see you drinking an energy
Because I
drink.
was up late last night.
Doing what, Randall?
Work.
Oh.
Work, not like side work.
Oh, OnlyFans.
Oh, got it. That's your work?
No.
What's the follow fee? $20? Oh, he looked at me like, bro, it's a lot more expensive than $20. No problem. I don't know. I don't like that you're breathing in heavily into that microphone. Hey, Kelsey.
What's up?
Nice. That's Kelsey, guys, for the audio. Brian, how you doing?
I'm good, you know.
Okay, well, we're gonna need a warm up. It seems like this is definitely the beginning of the week.
Dude, I'm off this week. There is no thought process whatsoever. I am trying to do the bare friggin' minimum right now. I already have to deal with the builders being here and fucking up my floor and everything else. You know, and then the guys putting in the irrigation system. Like, I'm tuned out. I'm not here. I'm not thinking. I'm barely paying attention to like what I'm doing in life right now.
Okay, hey, that's fine. That's fair. Me, on the other hand, been watching a lot of shit recently. Not much gaming because the games I'm waiting for aren't out yet. So basically playing some Modern Warfare over the weekend. I think it was a double XP weekend. So I was in there just leveling weapons. You know how it be. Shipment. Just spawn, shoot, die within 2.3 seconds. And then what else did I do? I think that's it for the most part. Just played some Modern Warfare. I played Overwatch yesterday because my stream was just not... I don't know if it's Xfinity's fault. I don't know if it's because we were having bad weather and people were losing power. But yeah, my upload speed was trash yesterday. I couldn't even stream yesterday. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to play something. Then a coworker of mine came on. He's like, hey, you want to play some... Was it Overwatch first? I was on Modern Warfare, and then he's like, oh, let's go play Overwatch. So I played Overwatch for a bit. There's heroes I have no idea what the hell to do against. So I just picked my tried and true McCree, and I'm like, I'm just going to click on people.
You didn't play Ash?
I was going to, but then after a while, I'm like, I need to get my aiming right, and I get my aiming right by playing McCree. Then I switch over to Ash.
No.
I mean, if you want a generic, way to fight any of them, what you do is when you load up the Blizzard launcher, you just right-click on it and click on install.
Oh, okay. So after I install it, just look at it and go uninstall. I'll be sure to do that next time. I was like, yo, hey, Mason, I'm just going to go ahead and do this pro strat real quick. Hey, what is it? And then just uninstall and exit the Discord.
We used to do the Alt F4 thing when we were playing Counter-Strike. When people are like, how do you pull up the console? Press Alt plus F4. So-and-so has left the game.
Yeah. I always ask myself if people are just going with it for the gag or they actually think that's how you do it. Like if it's some kid, it's like, oh, how do you do this? I've seen it happen in TF2. They would just alt F4 in the middle of a match.
Yeah, I think when I was when I first started playing and trying to figure out things, I had asked that and somebody got me with it. I had all afforded. It's like, well, shit.
You're like, I earned it. That's the rite of passage.
But I think I was like 11 when it happened. So
okay, so it makes sense. So it has to be like a young thing, like your first time on. You're like, I'm trying to learn what the hell's going on. Okay, that makes sense.
Or you're a Mac user that's just started using Windows.
Oh, that's true. So they're like, oh, Alt 4. I love shortcuts. I don't know why I said it like that. And I'm gassy. I'm sorry. Howie said he watched the highlight video. Yeah, there's a highlight video up. A what?
A Tums.
Oh. Don't worry about what I thought you said. I'm like, they don't just hand those out, my guy. There's a build up.
If you know somebody, we'll just hand it out.
They just walk around with it in their pocket, or
yeah.
Oh, okay, like in a vial, or just free form in their pocket, and they just grab whatever sticks.
I mean, whatever they're feeling that day, bro.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Brian. What you doing?
What happened?
I know you got really dark, so I'm like, what's going on? Oh fuck! Here we go. We're not doing this again.
How dark was it?
We're not doing it again. I'm not clipping this again. That was last week's thing. An update, because I remember weeks ago was it like 2 episodes ago? I mentioned Perry Mason, like a noir detective.
I don't remember at all.
It's like
What
a
is
noir. It's like a noir.
Is it dark?
But again, whenever you guys are ready. Noir detective show set in the 20s, I think, late 20s, late 30s, or early 30s. Forgot what it was. And it's a case on where a kid got kidnapped and ended up being killed, and that's like the case that's going on throughout the season. It ended this week or I don't know, or last week, I guess, because there's no new episode. Yeah, so it ended last week. Watched the episode after the podcast, and it was pretty dope. The season was pretty cool. It didn't have like a final. They didn't wrap up the whole case like in one season, so it's not like, oh, we're done with this case. It's kind of like an ongoing thing. It seems like it, or they're gonna move on. I don't know what the case is, but no pun intended. But I highly recommend it. The guy who plays Perry Mason is great performance. He's the dude from. Did you guys end up watching A Day in the Neighborhood? Not, or what is it? The Tom Hanks is playing
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, yeah.
Not yet.
Okay, well
it's on my list, but I haven't.
He's the lead in Perry Mason is in that, and in that movie he does really well. And this one, he's being a leading actor, character, whatever. He does phenomenal. So I don't know his name. I should have looked it up, to be honest, before moving on to this. But yeah, Brian, what is you doing with your camera, homie?
Fuck you. That's what. Keep talking, Thought.
And that's it. That's just a quick update. I don't really have like a full review from like the last time. Because last time I was digging it, season ended. I still dig it. I'm waiting for the next season now. So Perry Mason, get it popping. Me and Randall did sit down and saw a couple of movies. I don't know which one you want to start off with, Randall.
The worst one.
The worst one. Good. And just in case we're on the... Hold on. Just in case we're not on the same page here, on 3 we say which one we thought was the worst one. Ready?
There's no reason to.
You sure?
It's
because you might have liked one over the other. That maybe I was different. You know.
I told you during
pretty bad.
I told you during the movie. I was like, if you don't want to continue watching this, we can not watch this.
Got it. So let's start with the Deathstroke movie. It's a DC animated movie. Deathstroke's the main dude. Fuck, what's the story?
It looks like it's the same style of art as Adventure Bros.
I know, because that had great animation. There's something about the visual. This does not animate well. It looked weird. The voice acting didn't match I mean, let's just start barraging it, Randall. Let's just get it. Animation on still frames kind of looked pretty cool. In movement or dialogue when they were speaking, didn't look like it was in sync. They weren't emoting the same thing that they were saying. So it'd be a scene where someone's like yelling, but their face doesn't look like they're mad or anything. They're just there's no emotion in their face. So why? There was the only part that I kind of enjoyed was some of the fights. They actually put some good animations between some of the slices and Deathstroke being awesome. That's about it. It's super gory, so that's if you're into that. Him cutting up people and Brian, don't watch this movie, Brian, because unless this will sell you on it. Deathstroke's supposed to be like a martial artist who moves really quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, remember he has guns.
Yeah.
So there's an abundance of scenes where it's just one frame he's here, and then some guy tries to take the like get him from behind, and he'll turn around with a gun and just fire at him, and he'll hold the frame of him just holding a gun pointing it. There's like 80 fucking images for your folder in this movie of people holding guns and just pointing it at someone because they just finished firing it. So that would be your only reason to watch this.
Probably not going to.
There's a character here, I think it's supposed to be his son, and he has telekinetic abilities. So they're like, I don't know if they took that as an opportunity to be like, since he's telekinetic, we just dub over the audio and not animate him talking. So he just communicates with all the people just by talking to them in their head. So you'll have scenes of just his face and he's talking. So it's like not emoting. It's just, or he's sleepy, like he just finished using all his powers. And then just dub over it. Why bother?
Visually angry. He was getting water out of the refrigerator. You know, like the little dispenser or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't done it lately, but sometimes it like hitches, like it just sticks. So the water just continues to come out even after you've like moved your cup. So after he was getting water and that happened, and he got so angry that he just took the cup full of water and just threw it across the kitchen.
Oh my god. So OBS crashed. That's why there's the awkward cut. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about. Deathstroke. That's who he probably hacked us. And that's how we just got my OBS just exploded. So if we're back, let's get a PogChamp in the chat or rocks or whatever you want to do. But I'm pretty sure I'm back. And if not, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's just continue to shit on my dreams. So we'll keep it moving. Or rocks or whatever you want. Cool. Johan followed my instructions to the T. Lit. And we got flexing in there. Wrenches. All right, we're back. Yeah, this Deathstroke movie, man, like, unless you're like a huge fan of Deathstroke, you see him in action kill like a bunch of people. It was a hard pass for me, dude. Like, and my God, does it overstay its welcome. I checked to see how long was left in the movie like 3 times. No, it was not. It just did not hit with me. Randall, I mean, you can put. I mean, you're more of an art guy, so you might be able to criticize more about the art, because that's all I got. It was not.
The only thing that was entertaining to me in the movie was the Nemesis, the main antagonist. He was funny, even though like they never showed who he was. But
oh my God, dude! So I might as well spoil. I don't give a fuck anymore. So the bad guy's name was the Jackal, right? Mm-hmm. Throughout the entire movie, you see him the beginning, once, sometimes in the middle somewhere, and then at the end, right? Never see his face. You only hear his voice. And then not 4 minutes before the movie I checked, because I was checking how long this fucking movie lasted. I checked, I'm like, oh, there's like 5 minutes left. They're like, oh, you killed my daughter 2 hours ago. Like, anyone gives a shit 4 minutes before the fucking movie ends. Oh, that was your daughter he killed inadvertently that you didn't care because you brought her with you in this fucking mission, and of course it's Deathstroke, so he's gonna body whoever you throw in front of him. But we should care now. 4 minutes before the movie ends. No.
I care.
Like, he didn't, like, I'm like, what? That's a waste of airtime. I don't know, dude. That's a hard pass. Just a hard pass.
It was just it was like a series of things, like inconsistencies. Like my knowledge on Deathstroke isn't that vast, but I'm aware that he's a lethal assassin. Like he goes toe to toe with Batman.
Uh-huh.
And Batman has armor.
Oh my God! Yeah.
That's bulletproof. You want to know why? Because Batman runs into people who shoot at him.
Yeah.
So he has armor that's bulletproof. You would think an assassin who kills people for a living would have armor that is bulletproof. But he doesn't.
Randall, that doesn't make any. I'm gonna need you and your logic to go sit in the corner to think about what you said. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
This dude gets shot every encounter, and you would think, you know what? Maybe on the mission 365, maybe I don't want to get shot. Maybe I should invest in some better armor and get something that ricochets bullets. Nah,
I'm gonna go in there again. Just get shot up.
So it was stuff like that that took me out of the movie. Other than that, the only thing, like I said before, is the main bad guy was funny because it was like one part in the movie, but it was actually towards the end of the movie. He's fighting Deathstroke. Deathstroke goes to like swing at him with a sword. He just literally just puts his arm up, and the sword just breaks off like it was like a toothpick.
No, he didn't like put his hand up. He swatted it off.
Oh yeah.
He literally just parried it, and the fucking sword broke in half.
Yeah.
And then the entire movie, this fucking guy gets his armor gets upgraded to the Jackal, and he's firing. Yeah, that's more entertaining. If you did that for 2 hours, I would have had more enjoyment than watching this. Firing beams from his armor, just Tiger, and then beams come out. Right?
Okay.
Tell me how, in midair, falling from a plane, Deathstroke's like, I'm gonna catch that hand that's filled with psionic power now. On an armor that can't ricochet bullets.
Because it's energy resistant. At
Oh,
the
my
cost
fault.
of not being bullet resistant.
Got it. So he did a trade-off?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. All right. Oh, and then his second hand, the lieutenant. What's her name? Not Lady Hydra.
Madam something.
Yeah, it's the DC version of fucking like the Hydra chick, I guess.
If I
Go ahead, Randall, because all I got is just negativity at this point for this movie. So
Right. I got one for you. So let's say that you fight some guy that you have been getting constant emails, posts online, all sorts of information telling you that this dude bodies people and Skullgirls. That's all he does is just body people. Like he do one touch death combos.
that's all he does.
That's all he does. Soon as round one, you done, dead. Don't even. You might as well not even pick up the sticks. You're a spectator too at this point. So you're like, all right, cool. I'm gonna meet up with this dude in the tournament. You heard everything about him. You know what his reputation is, right? So, but you still in your mind, you're like, I'm gonna prepare, and I'm gonna give it my best. The first time you fight him, you body him in like 3 seconds. This lady was said to be the best hand-to-hand melee attack assassin in the world. It was said multiple times. I can't even tell you how many times when she was fighting, she got punched in the face. Come on, man.
It was just, hey, though, she's badass. And when I saw her when they said that, I'm like, I bet the girl's gonna fight her at the end.
Yeah.
Guess what happened? She's about to fight Deathstroke, and then Deathstroke's wife is like, I got it. And I'm like, oh, got it, there it is. Lit. While Deathstroke goes and fights super fucking powered battle armor with his non-bulletproof armor. Lit.
I don't get that, man.
But it's energy proof.
It's energy proof, I forgot. Yeah. And also, I didn't know Deathstroke had regenerative powers.
Since when?
I didn't know that either.
Well, they
I'm sorry, Brian,
made
what was
him
your question?
superhuman.
Since
Right.
when?
It was happening as if it was known. I'm like, I didn't know he had super. I didn't know that.
I don't remember them ever explicitly saying it, but I'm pretty sure he was like, he's genetically enhanced.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's a military experiment. Like he naturally has like amazing fighting skills, and then they genetically enhanced him as part of a military experiment to
Okay.
create a superhuman soldier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
see
they
that.
showed in the movie, and I'm like, okay, I guess I just didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, oh, I guess
I
he's
Googled
Wolverine.
I knew that he. So in my head, I'd always thought he was like Captain America with the super strength, but apparently he can regenerate as long as his brain's intact. Which is funny because he can regenerate, but not his eye.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
understand that. Like, you know,
And didn't his wife
destroys
shoot
his
him in
eye,
the
but
eye?
he can't regenerate that.
Either his wife or his kid. I don't remember.
That was his wife. His kid got kidnapped. His kid got kidnapped, and then he trying to like extort Deathstroke out of some information, and so Deathstroke like was like no, and kills the kidnappers, but one of the criminals cut his vocal cords, and he takes him to the hospital, and the wife gets really mad at him for endangering the kid, and then tries to kill him by shooting him, but only managed to take out his right eye, and that's where he starts where he only
What the
has
heck
the,
did
like,
we
the one
watch,
half
bro?
of the
I don't know.
mask.
We saw an alternate universe for this
I think
backstory.
it was somebody's final project from college.
This one was, oh my god, dude. And also, shout out to the people who are like who get bodied, hardcore body, and when someone comes to help them, they say, "No, I got it." We just saw you get decimated, so you're just gonna get up with your broken arm and leg and go get him? The guy who did
Dude.
that to you.
That's literally like every episode movie of Dragon Ball Z. Like, I've been watching like the old movies, and here's how it goes. All of them show up, they all get their ass kicked. Goku goes, "I need more energy." They're all laying there like, "Oh, here you go," and then he kicks the thing's ass, like usually in one hit. It's like that's literally how the whole thing goes.
No, you're forgetting when Broly face mushed Gohan through a building. That's the part you need to remember.
Oh Lord. All right, that's Deathstroke, bro. I mean, it was not my. I did not resonate with that. Just no. On my end, do I recommend it? Nah. Is it funny enough to be like, haha, maybe I'm drunk, I can enjoy it? If you got a squad of like people who just heckle movies, you'll have a field day. If you don't got that, don't bother watching it. Randall, you agree with that's about everything I said? Cool. All right, let's go on the better movie. Project Power. See if that works. All right. Netflix movie came out last week, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Jamie Foxx, and the chick I know her from The Deuce. Is she from The Deuce? Is it The Deuce or Orange?
She's from The Deuce.
Okay.
Her name apparently is.
Dominique Fishback?
Looks like this fucking thing's in the way. Yeah, that's it. This bar was covering only her name when I was trying to look at it.
Oh, that's
Which
perfect.
lady are y'all referring to?
The Street Kid.
Oh.
So the synopsis here, or like the premise, I guess, is. Oof, excuse me. There's a pill that's traveling or being sold in New Orleans that can give you powers for 5 minutes. What powers they are depends on you. It's on a per human basis. So you take the pill, it does weird shit to your body. Whatever that combination is, you get a certain specific power. Everybody who takes a pill, they get a different power for 5 minutes. But it's the same power. So like if I take it for 5 minutes and I have like super squirt or whatever the hell it is, but the next time I take it, it's still going to be super squirt. So no one cared about super squirt. We're going to move on.
I'm still trying to like comprehend what that is.
You don't want to know, Randall. So there's a Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is a cop that's been working with Dominique's character. That's the actress's name?
Fishback.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not her That's not her last name.
What's it? Hold on. Yeah, it is.
Okay. That's fucked up. Okay. We're laughing at her last name. So,
She's going to see your podcast.
yeah, dude, and then it's over, bro.
Believe me that her last name was Fishback?
I didn't hear what it was, and then Brian just said Fishback to me like I thought he just randomly made up 2 words and put them together. No, take your time, Brian.
I'm laughing at him denying it just immediately.
You're like, no, there's no way.
Okay. Anyway, he's working with her because she's like trying to make it work, living paycheck to paycheck, whatever the case it is, poor neighborhood, etc. He's working with her. They're trying to find the source of who's given the pills, while Jamie Foxx's character is trying to find them the source because they took his daughter. The people who are working on the pill kidnapped his daughter because he used to work for them. He's had enough and tried to just run away. They found him. They took his daughter. So their worlds collide at a certain point, and then it ends up all looking for the same source. Anywho, I guess I can leave it there. That's pretty much the premise. I don't want to really spoil anything. I liked the chemistry between the 3 main characters. The best line in that movie is Jamie Foxx looking into the camera going, That's it. That was the best line.
Look at you.
It's pretty much that, but it's because the kid is trying to be like she can rap, is like her thing. So, not her power, just well metaphorically her power. It's a whole thing. Anyway, he asks her if you can rap, like spit something. He's like, if you say you can rap, do it. So at first he doesn't believe it. Then he starts giving her like a 1 word that she needs to rap off of. And then after a while, after her proving herself, he just looks in the camera and goes, like he just did some high pitched note, and I'm like, how can I get that in writing so I can name it this episode of the podcast? Mm-hmm. But yeah, the chemistry, Jamie Foxx and the kid and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, great performances, great chemistry. Dialogue was pretty fun. Plot, you kind of see most of it coming from a mile away, but it doesn't like take away from the action. The action is pretty cool. Getting to see when people take the pill, to see what their powers are for 5 minutes. You see somebody overdose on the power, and you see what happens when you overdose.
Aggressive scene.
Yeah, that goes along great with my super squirt. The CG was pretty fine. Like there were some moments where I'm like, okay, that's definitely CG. But then there's other stuff where it looked pretty good. The fight scenes were pretty all right. It's still very American cut fest, but besides that, I mean, it was a standard action movie with superpowers. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like Brian's review. It wasn't like Oscar worthy, but it also wasn't like something you could miss. Like you shouldn't miss it. Like it's fun to watch. It was just a very entertaining action flick with super funny parts because the chemistry was great. A lot of no, that's not even. I was going to say a lot of specific actors, but that's from something else I watched that I forgot to put on the.
It's like you hate this movie.
I don't know what's it called. It sounds like I really hate this movie. Mm-hmm. I don't. I actually liked it. It was pretty good. It's like a sit-down popcorn action flick. I don't know, and that's where I keep it. I recommend watching this. Especially if you already have Netflix, just fucking hit play, you know? Like, what? Randall, what's your thoughts? You sat there with it.
I love Jamie Foxx, so.
Marry him.
That was a very I wish kind of laugh, Randall.
Believe me.
Yeah, that was a.
No.
Believe me, I would if I could. You feel me?
Anyway, moving along. I'm trying to think of anything that you haven't mentioned that I like. What do you say?
Something about DiCaprio, and I blacked out.
Yeah, I was gonna go on a full joke towards your reaction, but
oh, he was gonna full send this bit.
I think the whole premise around like having powers for only 5 minutes is pretty cool. And I also like the fact that even though you get powers, you still sometimes are left with the side effect of it.
Yeah.
Like the dude got shot in the face. You know, the bullet didn't penetrate, but yet he's left with a
scar because it still does damage. Like it's not, you're invincible.
What else?
I'd become a gun.
Did he say, "Can you become a gun"?
He said he'd become a gun. He wasn't asking. He knows for a fact if this pill was, if he took it, he would form into a gun.
Now the question is, when you form into the gun, are you like Megatron? Like, can you fire yourself, or does someone else have to fire you?
No, I can fire myself.
That's pretty good. That's a good power.
I can't reload though, so once I'm done, someone has to reload me.
That's usually what happens.
So wait a minute though. Like, so you have to run, jump in the air, transform, and then shoot. You only get one shot though.
No, I have a whole clip.
He has the entire magazine.
So you going to empty the entire clip before you hit the ground?
Right? I don't have like that's how you shoot.
Unless
guns.
you're talking about being a floating gun.
I don't know why he's trying to limit my power.
Yeah, like.
Okay.
Well, don't you want to be a floating gun?
Nah.
He's
Whatever.
Power shame me?
Yeah, he did.
What else? It was a fun ride. I enjoyed myself. I thought it was funny. I can't think of anything other than that you didn't mention.
It's because the expectation. It's not that it was low. It's just like, okay, let's just see what they got. Like Netflix is the past couple months have been bringing out action movies that aren't like bad. They're not like horse shit. They're like, okay, it was a fun action movie. So like this kind of adds to it. Extraction, The Old Guard, now this one.
Is this something you would rewatch willingly?
Yeah.
Like you yourself would be like, you know what?
Oh, by myself? No, I think like if someone hasn't seen it, they're like, oh,
not by yourself. Like if you were controlling whatever was going to be watched, and you saw that movie was in your rotation, and you're like, you know what? And then you hit it. Would you do that?
I'd go to Zootopia first and then hit play. And then play 1917 and then play Mad Max Fury Road. But no, to answer your question, like if someone hasn't seen it, they're like, oh, is this any good? I'm like, yep, I'll play it and we'll watch it. But like me by myself sit down? Nah, I'd probably rewatch Mad Max again.
Mad Max is so good, but it's like it's kind of disturbing. That's why I haven't watched it like a third time. I think I've.
You only watched it twice?
I've only because it's.
I watched it like 7 times,
stuff
bro.
is really hard for me to watch because it's so gritty.
I know. Every time I play Red Dead, you're like, look how dirty they are.
Well, not the dirt part, but like it's just the whole machine flesh thing.
The machine flesh?
Yeah, like you know how like they. So it's not like cyborgs where it's like
that sounds like a slur to robots.
A what? A slur?
You fucking machine flesh.
It's not like cyborgs.
It's not real flesh.
Where it's like
just a phase.
Real flesh over moving parts or whatever, a robot or whatever. But it's like somebody just threw something together. It was like, okay, this is my arm. It's not like there's no finesse to it. It's just a metal rod stuck in your arm, and you got like some claw thing, and it's like it just looks nasty and grotesque. It's like veins hanging out of the arm or whatever, and I don't feel like that's efficient or clean.
Clean, maybe not. Efficient, yeah. You don't have extra. All you need is the working parts. You don't need finesse in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that stuff is just, and I don't know. They just do weird stuff like. Why are you siphoning other people's blood and hanging them on the outside of your car?
That's how you fuel yourself. You have rain and caffeine. They need other people's blood.
Maybe you don't want to go to Valhalla. That's why.
That's probably why.
Yo, if that's what it takes, count me out.
Yeah, he doesn't want anyone to witness him at all.
Nah.
Nope.
I mean, the only way to get into Valhalla is to die in battle. If you die of old age or die in infancy, you go to whatever their version of hell is.
I mean, they showed in this movie. Have you seen Fury Road yet, Kelsey? Man, you'll fucking love it.
The one complaint is like, I wish they had at least one driving scene.
Okay. Yeah, same, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say about Power, though. It was all right.
Project Power. Power's
Project
an
Power.
entire show where there's a bunch of drama or whatever. I don't follow it. I don't know, something about music and drugs.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that show. Yeah.
So yeah,
I heard it's really good though.
that's what I hear, but I'm not gonna watch that.
Too urban.
Yeah, that's the word for it.
You hate America.
I hate America.
Clearly.
With shows like Perry Mason and like yesterday Sunday night, me and Jenny started watching The Outsider. Like 2 or 3 episodes of The Outsider.
Like the
It's
book?
do you remember the villain in Rogue One?
No.
Nobody's seen that movie.
The one in the white, the older dude.
Oh yeah.
He plays a detective in this, and Jason Bateman's in it.
He's
So,
funny.
well, this is not a funny.
He plays a serial.
So this takes place. This is based off a book from Stephen King.
Is he still alive?
Stephen King, yes, he's in it too.
Oh yeah, he is in the bike shop.
Yeah. Unless something happened between that scene being shot and now, he's still alive. Anyway, it takes place. I'm assuming it takes place within the same universe because most of his books do. Because a dead boy's body is found in the woods, and it all points to Jason Bateman's character. Except during the time after the autopsies, shit that's happened. Jason Bateman's character was not in the same town when it happened. Yet there's DNA evidence. There's people that can spot him, that have like witnesses that spot him and whatever. I moved on to another thing. I didn't even hit the fucking timestamp. So yeah, I'm talking about now The Outsider, even though I didn't have it on the fucking doc. But anyway, all the evidence, physical evidence, everything points to him, and he wasn't even there. And there's evidence that he wasn't there either. So there's camera footage of the night of him in one place, and camera of him at a teaching conference another one, same day.
Twin brother.
Same guy. No, there's no twin brother.
No,
For
I'm
now.
telling you what it is.
Okay. Anywho, while all this is happening,
It's deep fake.
yes, in real life, deep fake, Randall.
Yes.
It's really Conor McGregor doing it.
I don't get that reference. Oh, it's just random. Got it.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I thought your cat was making that noise.
I thought your cat barked.
Yeah, I'm like, how did he train her to do that?
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, mostly because she moved as it was happening, so I'm like, what the fuck is that cat barking for?
That's a cyberpunk pet.
Don't even get me started, Randall.
If when we went over there to your house, and I went, oh, hey, what's up, dude? And I looked at Napalm, and she looked at me and barked, I would have been done.
Hold on, he's playing Risk of Rain at the moment.
Is that what he's doing?
Most likely.
Yo.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Sorry, are you talking to me? I'm listening to something else.
What are we doing here?
Well, Shannon was yelling at the dogs, and I was listening to that.
Oh.
You had said something about the cat barking, and then we laughed, and then what did you say afterwards? My bad.
I said he's probably playing Risk of Rain right now.
No, I'm not. I have that paused in the background because I'm waiting to.
I said that, and then all I saw was you doing this.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's
Yeah,
fighting the
that was
final
me.
boss at this point.
No, that was me listening.
You look like you try to. You look like you try to try. No.
All right, pass. We'll come back to you. Jesus. What were we talking about? The Outsider. Anyway, yeah, it seems like there's some supernatural stuff happening. So far, we've seen 3 episodes. It's fucking awesome. Jason Bateman has the scene in the 2nd episode. I'm like, oh, Bateman can do drama. Like, he's got this. And
Does he still do some of his mannerisms though?
Not a little bit in the first couple episodes, but I mean, I don't want to spoil what happens, Randall. So, like, great performances so far. So, The Outsider, quick, go watch it because it's dope so far.
Is it done?
I don't know. Janelle was going through the Plex server and saw, The Outsider. Bam, played it. And I'm like, all right, we're watching this. And that first episode, I'm like, I'm in. So, like...
What's I going to say to you? There's some show on Quibi.
That's
like
The Stranger?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? And I'm interested just because my first reaction was, what the hell? Usually,
Is that the cab one?
The train one?
It's called The Stranger. I mean, you can probably watch it all before this, like, ends, Brian. Usually a couple minutes.
It was a cab. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
You're probably thinking of, damn, what's the name of that movie with,
There's a Quibi one where it's like a girl, I think she's an Uber driver, and the guy gets in the car with her and he says like he's a sociopath, and he says, if you don't tell me a good story, or like if you tell me a good story, I won't kill you, some junk like that. And the rest of the show is about her getting away from him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Queen Latifah movie.
Oh, Jimmy Fallon?
I don't remember. It's her and her taxi transforms to like a speed racer or some shit. I don't know. That's the joke I wanted to use. We're moving on. Yes, The Strangers as well. I saw that. I'm like, oh, maybe one day I'll watch that. And there's another Stranger show that Janelle was watching, and she's like, oh, it's pretty dope. So there's 2 The Stranger shows. Because we just
There's
can't make...
Stranger Things, too, if you never heard of that.
Oh, word? I'm going to check that out. I heard, like, it was pretty bad, so...
Season 3 was. That shit was yuck.
We talked about both our movies, yeah. So Project Power, lit. You should go watch it. It's pretty fun. Stay away from Deathstroke. Sorry, guys. I know you guys work hard on all that, but no. That's it for us, right? Unless I'm fucking missing something. Perry Mason, I spoke on.
Something?
Oh, thank you. Yes, Palm Springs.
The hell is Palm Springs?
So Palm Springs is a movie by the Lonely Island guys. So his main star is Jake Peralta, also known as Adam. Yeah, I was gonna say Adam Savage. Isn't he the MythBuster guy?
Adam Savage, yeah.
Okay,
Mythbusters?
that's what I was gonna say instead of Andy Samberg. Every time I think of Andy Samberg, I think Adam Savage. I don't know why. Besides the fact that they have the same. Anyway.
Sure, it's not Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
It's not. So this movie stars Andy Samberg. Got it. How I Met Your Mother's mother. The actual
The little
mother.
petite lady?
Yes. J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is my hero. That dude is awesome.
You would love him in this. Anyway. So, movie starts up. They're in Palm Springs for... I keep thinking Jake Peralta. Holy shit. Whose wedding is it? It's for some... Yeah, Sandberg's there with his girlfriend for someone's wedding. Except he seems like he's been taking it kind of like... whatever. He shows up at the wedding with just like a Hawaiian shirt and shorts. Drinks beer the entire time, interrupts the speeches and shit. Did you end up watching it?
No.
Okay.
But I remember coming downstairs when that part was happening.
Yeah. And he's just fucking up the wedding. Like he doesn't give a shit. Meets
J.K. Simmons.
No. He's met him already at this point. The chick. Oh my god. I don't know her actress's name, so the mother. From How I Met Your Mother.
Christina, fuck, what's it called?
That's a weird name.
Or I'm sorry, Kristen Milioti.
Okay, Kristen. Andy meets Kristen, and then they have that night because he finds out the girlfriend he went to the wedding with is cheating on him. So he's like goes away with Christine and they have a night, only to get shot by an arrow by J.K. Simmons. And you're like, what? The fuck's happening? He's trying to get away, and J.K. Simmons still chasing after him, shooting arrows. He crawls into a cave full of light, it absorbs him, and then he wakes up that same morning. As in,
Wait,
so is this like
Day.
I was getting ready to say Groundhog Day type?
Yes.
is this Edge of Tomorrow again?
I love that movie, by the way. If you haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow,
I haven't seen it.
That movie's incredible.
I love it.
Emily Blunt.
Yeah, Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise.
I just was more concerned with Emily Blunt, but
Oh, I mean, she has a big part in it, so like,
No,
I can then
actually,
watch it
no.
for her. Why?
you really nope. I'm done now.
Anyway, it's like Groundhog's Day. It's like a kind of like a rom com, but kind of it's self aware in a way because it's like a Groundhog Day, and they know it. It's the Groundhog Day. So the reason why he's been like acting like he doesn't give a shit is because he's been reliving that day for who knows how long at this point.
Yeah.
So,
Spoiler.
I mean, this is like the first couple minutes.
Spoiler.
When he was getting chased by J.K. Simmons being killed right before he went into the rock, the girl saw him walk in. The mother saw him go into the rock or the cave with the light. And he's like, no, stay back. Guess what she didn't do? Stay back. So now she is now trapped in there. But the first like act of the movie is her like, what the fuck, are you serious? And he starts explaining basically the rules of this Groundhog Day. If you die, you wake up back in that morning. If you fall asleep, you come back that morning.
If you fall asleep?
Yes. If you fall asleep, you just wake up that next morning at that same day.
Jeez.
So even if you get shot, killed, whatever, but pain still exists. So I can cut you up and that shit'll hurt. But if you die, then you'll come back the next day. I mean, the same day.
Do you feel anything from the previous time?
You know what happened.
You just I mean, you have the knowledge, but do you feel?
No, because you just wake up as like you reset. You woke that morning.
Well, I mean,
you weren't cut.
you would still remember the pain.
You remember that it hurts, but it's not currently hurting. Like if I stabbed you in the chest and shot you in the mouth, like you're gonna wake up and.
How is that funny, Anthony?
Oh man.
Wow.
Okay. You'll know that I did that to you, but you won't wake up with like pain on your chest. You know I stabbed you.
I just imagine he comes out of his room. He comes out of his room like, yo, Aunt, you to eat?
You just stab Randall and shoot him in the mouth.
This is for the Whopper.
Oh my god. So yeah, I like my time travel stuff, and then it becomes this: do we live with the fact that we're resetting every time? How does that relationship go? Because at that point they only have each other. And also, spoiler alert: J.K. Simmons that's why he shot him with an arrow. He's also living it over and over again, but he lives it because in that morning he lives he lives far away. So he got to him at night because he traveled there so he can fucking shoot him with an arrow. But his story, you'll get to see what happens to J.K. Simmons.
This is
Anyway,
called Palm Springs, huh?
yes, I highly recommend this movie.
Okay.
I don't know. He highly recommended that Quibi show, and that shit was yuck.
Oh, you didn't like it? That's true. I mean, that's also fair. Like, you might not have the same taste like I do, so like, I mean, that's fair. Anyway, well, so if you want to prove me wrong, Brian, watch the Deathstroke movie. I mean, I hate it. You might love it.
I
So-
don't watch
You
that
won't.
Anyway, where was I at? Yeah, Palm Springs, but I don't want to spoil anything else because that's when it starts getting like. Anyway, but then a lot of the beats is the similar like rom-com beats that you've come to see. It's mostly finding out like the dark secrets for both of those guys, and what they have to relive every day. If that makes sense, because they have their baggage that they have to like wake up, even on that day. That they have to like relive. So chemistry between both of them is good. There's a scene with Andy Samberg and J.K. Simmons. It's just mwah, asshole explosion. Like it's great. I'm sure they had a fun time filming it.
They probably got together because of
How can you
Brooklyn
not have a
Nine-Nine.
fun time filming with J.K. Simmons? Like,
Yeah,
that dude is a legend.
Oh, you're right, Brian. That maybe after Brooklyn Nine-Nine, since he guessed, he might have casted him after that.
I'm assuming that's why.
But yeah, he's in this. It's really fun. G-Man in the chat with Fatouche. Every time I hear that, man, I gotta rewatch Zohan, dude. How it's been too long.
Douche?
Yeah. You haven't seen You Don't Mess with the Zohan? It's an Adam Sandler movie.
I don't think so. Isn't that our neighbor's name, Fatouche? We have a neighbor that's named Fatouche.
He's Phantom now.
He's Phantom now. Oh my god, that's funny. Ask him if he's seen You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
She's from Turkey. I doubt it.
I mean, the movie doesn't discriminate.
I
No,
know
it
that, but
doesn't.
it's not. She does not strike me as somebody who watches those kinds of movies.
Got it. Tell her to watch You Don't Mess with the Zohan. She'll love it.
Okay.
She might not love it, actually. She might be fucking insulted by but it's funny. Anyway,
You're funny.
he's Phantom now. Yeah, Palm Springs, man. I loved it. I liked the whole thing. The chemistry was great. It was pretty funny. Again, but same rom-com kind of plots for the most part. And then that's about it. If you can get over that same plot beat, you'll enjoy it.
Sidetracks and Deathstroke somehow just reminded me of this. Did you ever watch the new animated Mortal Kombat movie?
Not yet. You guys talked very highly of it, and I still haven't gotten it. You're talking about Scorpion's Revenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch. I mean, I've had chances to watch it. I haven't watched it.
But have you seen No Game No Life?
Yeah, man. Yeah. What the heck? Go back to episode insert number here, and you'll see. You know,
I mean, if you want more Groundhog Day stuff, we should watch ReZero.
is that time travel stuff as well?
Anime, basically.
It's because right now, to be honest with you, I'm on like Demon Slayer raised the bar, my guy. Like,
But this one's not really action oriented.
okay, so I don't have to worry about. Even says I
So-
hate ReZero. We got different
Speaking
takes.
of anime, my friend's or my neighbor's daughter, the one that I play cards and things against all the time, she recently told me that she has started watching anime, and I've never been so proud because she's watched like Angel Beats, she's watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
Angel Beats is kind of. How old is she?
She's 14.
Oh, okay, teen. Okay, I thought it was like a
Yeah,
kid.
she's
I'm
she's
like,
not-
yo,
yeah.
like
It's
Angel
it's
Beats is
probably a
colorful
little-
and stuff, but it has some dark undertones. Like they're dead.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and I asked her about that. I was like, so you know what it's really about, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. And then we sat
Okay.
there, we talked about it for a little bit. And then I started like making recommendations. I was like, Cowboy Bebop,
yes,
Samurai Champloo, Avatar
Out-
and Legend of Korra,
Outlaw Star,
Outlaw Star.
Trigun. I don't know if you've said it.
I said
Still-
Trigun.
still-
I went
okay.
through, dude. I was like, okay, I have a shit ton of stuff on my Plex server. Just go and like, you know that. She's like, I have a Funimation account. I was like, I'm
Oh
so
my
proud.
god! You're like, I'm going to adopt your daughter now. Thanks.
So speaking of that, I sent a text to Adam and I was like, so you'll never guess, but Kaylee's been watching anime, and some of the first things that she's watched are, you know, these things. And he goes, I would adopt her immediately if she ever needed it. And the running gag with her mom right now is that like she really likes my cooking over her mom's.
Ooh.
And I keep telling her that I'm slowly indoctrinating her to just be my child, and that Shannon
it's
and I
over.
are just going to adopt her because we want to skip that whole like, you know, diapers phase. They're potty trained. We don't even really have to talk to them much. They just exist.
The succubus sage, where they just suck the
Yeah.
life out of you. Got it. Randall, don't look at me.
Succubus is not what you want to compare a kid to. They're not trying to fuck you.
Oh, well, financially they are.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. She didn't want to play me in cards. I cooked dinner for them Sunday, I think it was, and she didn't want to play cards. And her mom was like, "You're not gonna play cards with Brian?" She's like, "No, I don't want to get beat."
Oh no, you gotta start going easy on her then.
I can't. Like you can't just turn it off, okay? Like I know how to count cards. I know how to like remember where pairs and things are sitting in both of our hands, and I can't. It's muscle memory to slap. Like if I see a pair, I slap. It's not even me that's like doing it. I have to concentrate to keep my arm from just
Yeah,
doing
and just doing
the
it.
slap. you know, and I really tried. There was one round she cheated. Okay, she was about to lose, and she cheated, and I was like, "That's fine. You can cheat. I will let you do whatever you want for this round." And she's like, "Okay," and so she like, you know, would just pick up the pile or do all sorts of stuff, and I still beat her. Because
That's
I
when-
couldn't stop slap. I think I managed to stop myself from slapping and letting her slap the pair maybe 3 times. But it took a lot of effort and concentration for me to be like, to not just hit it.
Oh my god, there's so many phrasings there. Oh, we're gonna move on from that. The hell were we talking about? Animes. Yeah, after the samurai high I've had for the past couple months, like Demon Slayer's like up there. Golden Wind season 5 or Golden Wind part 5 of JoJo. That shit's highly regarded in my book, bro.
I thought you were gonna say that's samurai related.
No, I was saying that's just lit, dude. Like that's
You're
arrivederci. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just still give me goosebumps, bro.
I still need to watch JoJo.
Just go to part 5. Don't worry about the rest. All right. Once you hear Giorno Giovanna, and once you hear arrivederci, you're gonna be like, "That's it. I'm gonna get my suit. I'm gonna join Passione, and then we're gonna move on." You know what I'm saying?
Did you see that Kiss Anime got shut down?
I never used the site, so I was like, "Oh, okay." You know, like there's 1,000 other alternatives to get anime now. So I was like, "Oh, one of the sites is down." Okay.
Yeah. But Kiss Anime and whatever their like other site was all got
Bizbanime.
yeah. They all got shut down.
It's a matter of time. I mean, they're probably just gonna go down the list of like frequently visited anime sites and just take them all
I'm
down.
sure.
That's just gonna make it more difficult for people to see it, but it's not impossible. Anywho, Nintendo style, baby. Yeah, pretty much like Email said. I went, and they definitely did it in a weird way. I went to go see if the ROM sites were still up. The ROM sites are still up for like N64 and stuff. It's just anything that's Nintendo first party, those ROMs have been taken down. So you can still get like Mortal Kombat and stuff on N64, but you can't get like Super Mario 64 or Mario Parties and stuff. On like because Nintendo's like, keep the rest. Who cares? We're gonna resell our shit to make money. If they want to keep their ROMs up there, yeah. Which I thought was odd, but it's whatever.
All this COVID stuff is like literally driven companies mad because they're like, you know, even though they're still making money on everything, they're trying to shut down all the stuff that's like spreading the word about, you know, their games and music and that kind of stuff. And they're claiming that they're losing out on millions of dollars. They're not losing out on millions of dollars because that's, you know, that's not how piracy works. Like they don't have the money, so it's not like the people are taking it from them. They're just not gaining more money that they think they deserve.
Well, it goes back to the same. I forgot what case it was. There was a court case where one of the lines said is you can't prove lost profit on that. Period.
Yeah.
You cannot
That's
prove
what I
that
was
you lost
talking
a profit.
Yeah.
When it comes to piracy, you just can't prove you lost profit because you don't know if they were going to buy it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no basis there. You can just stop them from pirating, but you can't prove that you lost money because of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I know cases where they actually gain money because of piracy.
Yeah, people use it to try it out.
Like, you know what? This game's fucking... And then they bought it.
That's why we got to give props to Xbox. They like, you know what? Let's make a Game Pass so people can just try the games and be like, yo, this is really good. I'm going to support them.
Right, but I don't have an Xbox. PC, you got you covered.
Hashtag
Remnant's
not an
actually
ad.
Remnant from the Ashes was free on Xbox. I think it might still be. It's free on the Xbox.
It's on free on Xbox.
Sorry, on Epic Games.
Yeah.
It's free on Epic Games, or it was. I don't know if it still is. But it's seeing like a huge surge in popularity because people were like not really sure if they were going to buy it. and then they got it for free on Epic, and now they're all buying like the DLC and excited for the
subject
excited
9.2
yeah.
something.
Adam
That's how it works.
I put a note in the releases about that. But Adam found this guy named Yeats Me Mario. He's a Twitch streamer, and his name is I'm pretty sure his name is Mario, and he lives in Australia. But he's like a hardcore runner of the game, and apparently, just a few like months ago, there was a dev challenge that was not very well advertised, and what you had to do was beat the game on Apocalypse Hardcore, and the first person who did it would get to put like they would get an item in the game named after them, or something like that.
Okay.
And he was the one that managed to do it. He also set a world record for getting to level 100 on the survival mode, which is absolutely insane.
Oh wow.
Before they changed the way that the survival mode kind of works, like they increase damages and things at certain levels. And we've been watching him and talking to him and things, and he's a really cool dude. And then he, the developers will come into his channel occasionally and talk to him about, some of their dev notes and things that are coming, and he gets like a little bit of input on stuff. Adam also bet him 10 gifted subs that he couldn't melee a boss that you can't physically reach with like a melee weapon.
Okay.
And the guy was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And he's like, I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say to me? And so Adam texts me and he was like, are you near a computer? You need to pull up his stream right now, because I'm pretty sure I'm out $50 right now.
Yeah,
like, okay.
That's 10
and
gifted.
And so I come in and I was like, what's going on? He goes, I bet him $50 that he couldn't, melee this boss, and he's fucking doing it. And I was like, what? And one of the, so when you do survival mode, if you get to level 10 or kill 10 bosses, you get what's called the hero sword, and it's like this, just like a broadsword that's got like purple flames or lightning rolling around it. And if you do a power attack, it's supposed to increase its range. Apparently, in a recent update, they made it so that it actually has a ranged attack when you do a charge melee attack.
Okay.
So when he like charges it up, it actually fires a projectile at the creature. So he's on level like 20, which is already starting to get fairly hard for most people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's meleeing this boss that there's two of them, and at a certain point they start to power up and scream. And normally, if they scream, they kill you. But he managed to survive because he would knock one of them out of the scream. And so he'd only take like half health and damage. But he ended up doing it. And Adam had to donate the 50 or the 10 subs.
Nice. He earned it, dude. That's crazy.
It was pretty impressive.
That right there, Randall, is the power of streaming. I mean, someone could bet you, go 5 undefeated in Tekken. That's an easy gift to subs right there. I mean, I'm just throwing some ideas out there for you, Randall. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you out. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so
well,
I like how we bought
step,
Remnant, and then Epic's like, here it is for free. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I keep telling you, when I buy things happen.
Oh my God.
I think last month I bought Darksiders Genesis.
It's on Game Pass now.
It's gonna be on Game Pass now. It's bullshit.
It is. I'm at this point, Brian, just buy everything and we'll reap the benefits.
Well, why don't you buy everything, and then we'll just split it 4 ways and just hand you some money, and then we'll just all get the games for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by free, I mean we'll have only paid a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brian likes that. He doesn't understand we're taking advantage. What the hell were we talking about? We going into anime, then
piracy.
Oh,
and
then
all sorts of
piracy.
other shit.
Yeah. Okay. And then okay.
Yeah.
Now okay. I'm like, how the fuck did we get to Remnant?
Shout out to giraffes.
Okay, let's move the fuck on now, because
So
now we're just talking
about DLC real quick. I guess we'll mention this: Master Roshi's and Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh shit! It's not another Goku.
So then today there was like in Japan there are like those shonen magazines, like monthly magazines.
Yeah, for all the mangas.
They had one for Dragon Ball Fighters, kind of detailing what he does,
Yeah.
He doesn't have a super dash. So he's the only character right now with no super dash.
Well,
I
I
think
think
I-
he always rode Nimbus.
So the second that they announced that, everybody's like, is he even a character? Just sucking themselves.
Uh-huh. I mean, he's already part of my main now. I haven't bought a single DLC character. I'm buying Master Roshi.
You don't even have the game.
Yeah, I do. On PS4.
I mean, you bought Joker.
Let me be clear. I have not bought any DLC characters for Smash Brothers.
But for Smash Bros. Ultimate, you did. Not the
Not
original
for
Smash
Ultimate.
Bros.
No.
I mean, if you want to gift me Roshi, that's up to you, Anthony. Say you bought him.
I guess I could do that too. But yeah, Master, I gotta try it. My team's almost complete. I just need Hercule.
Who you dropping then? Kid Buu?
Goku. It's Kid Buu, Master Roshi, and Krillin.
You said Hercule.
When Hercule comes in, I'm dropping Krillin. Why are you
You're saying
looking
your
at me
current
like...
team? You're saying your current team
Yeah,
is those people.
like what's going
Okay.
on?
I thought
don't
you,
get-
you threw me off because I thought you were listing your 3 like top, and then you
Oh.
just gave me like 5 names instead.
No,
of
right
3.
now
Like, what
it's right now I think it's Kid Buu, Krillin, and Goku.
Mhm.
I'm dropping Goku for Master Roshi, the OG Kamehameha. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even show him do it in the trailer.
Oh, he doesn't have it?
I didn't say he
They
doesn't
said
have it. They
in
just
the
didn't show it.
details, in the same thing that said he can't super dash, they said he has a super. You know the thing that they showed, the where he puts him in the bottle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apparently that forces, that's like a snapback. So if you get someone in that, someone else has to come in on their team.
Do they have him super buff Dragon Ball status?
They said his level 3 is the true Kamehameha. So I'm assuming he's.
So
gonna be
that's his
above.
Where he
Both,
like,
yeah.
where he
Well, he
destroys
just, like-
the castle, where he like
yeah,
gets,
he
gets
gets-
jacked.
Yeah.
They said he has some kind of move that if you're in the air, you can't block it. And then they said that
Oh
he
my
has a
God.
move where if you're blocking and he does it, it just stuns you. I don't know
Master
if I
Roshi, he's gonna
sent
be
it to
lit.
You know the move he did in the trailer, the 5
I saw
seconds
it.
he was on there, where he puts his leg up.
Yeah, that's what's her name's the Cerebellas.
Yeah, Cerebella. So that means that crossover Dragon Ball versus Skullgirls is happening.
Let's not do that, because then you're gonna have a bunch of Gokus in your game, Brian. You don't want that.
Anthony, see my squiggly.
You just don't want more Gokus, and then you want the entire crossover of the both fighters, so they can just put a bunch of Gokus and Skullgirls.
Skullgirls has a new character coming.
Okay, that's how he transitions, I guess.
I gotta say. I gotta
Okay.
pee, so you can talk about whatever you want to talk about now. I gotta
It's gonna.
pee.
Oh, it's gonna be you guys. Oh no, Randall has some movies. He didn't say. I was gonna say you guys
Yeah,
listen
he
to a bunch of
hashtag.
music. Randall, I need you to start talking about Max Reload and the Nether Blasters.
It's it has an 80s theme, but it happens in modern time. It's like a low budget movie with what's his name, Silent Bob.
Kevin Smith.
Oh, Kevin Smith, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's responsible for the movie, but he has like what?
You made it seem like such a shit show. I don't know if he's the one to blame for this or
No. I actually enjoyed it. I just think that if you're not,
in that mindset to know what it is, you're gonna be like,
you
what
have to be in a very particular category to enjoy this movie.
Okay,
Like you definitely have to be a gamer.
Okay.
And you have to be like
from the
borderline
80s.
nerdish.
Oh, okay.
You know, but it was good. It's not top notch, obviously. It's not Hollywood quality. So
We
a
said it
lot
was low, it's indie, low budget. So
yeah. So it's just basically about so it's this entity that goes around playing people in games, but when it beats people, it takes their soul.
oh, like Mortal Kombat. Okay,
But they actually sit down and play a game instead of a fight.
that's a game too, Randall.
What?
A fight's a game.
Oh, okay. So this thing has been doing this for decades. Like I think it even went back towards like pyramid times. So anyway, fast forward to modern times, this thing is back and it's like doing the same thing, except for now because games have evolved. It's like focusing more on like taking over the world instead of just taking one person's soul. It's trying to control everybody.
So is it just like that Dragon Ball Super arc you guys were telling me about? The World of Power, where they like do a tournament and if he wins, he takes everything, or what is it? Isn't that what World of Power is? What's the World of Power arc? Isn't there a tournament for like?
Tournament of Power.
Oh, why did I say World of Power?
Oh no,
Tournament
it's like whoever loses, their galaxy gets destroyed.
Oh, that's worse.
It's
Okay.
a race of existence.
Not even the whole galaxy, it's their universe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the universe.
Okay, never mind that. I thought that's what. Okay, go ahead.
So that's pretty much it. It's just a bunch of characters in the movie where they used to defend Earth against this thing.
Galactus.
Yeah. And it's one of those situations where like no one else is really aware. I mean, they get used, but they're not really aware of what actually happened. So it's just basically following around the main characters and how they deal with the situation. It's not deep. It's very cliche.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like if you like video games and you like nerd stuff, and it's, I don't know, you might enjoy it. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. But
You wouldn't recommend it to gamers or nerds?
I don't even know what category of people I would say will actually enjoy this. It's just like one of those, I don't know how to explain it. If you were like a hardcore Kevin Smith person, then you would probably want to watch this, even though he's not like the main character in the movie.
Yeah. Silent Bob, Ryan.
Yeah.
I was just thinking Kevin James.
Nah, that's King of Queens.
Paul Blart.
Dogma.
If you're just like a
Good reference.
hardcore, like the hardest of the hardest gamers that like not only like current games but like old nostalgia, like Atari, like that type of stuff.
Okay.
Then you,
He said Buick for some reason. I don't know what that means.
you might enjoy the movie.
Okay. Is it mostly comedy, I'm assuming?
It's all comedy.
It's all comedy? Okay.
But again, it's gamer comedy. It's not like
you
know
look
how
like
like
a mushroom.
there's jokes between you and Kelsey that only you and Kelsey will understand because you guys are programmers.
No.
What?
I don't think I've ever heard them say one programming joke. In my
Yeah,
life.
not all. In my entire life, I never did. To Kelsey, no. Not one. Not even two. Imagine. So you don't recommend it, but you think gamers and nerds would like it.
A certain category.
Okay. But there's only one.
But that's just
category.
my opinion, you know? I don't really know.
Yeah, you do.
I'm just spitballing. Like, it's like I
Don't
have
spit on the mic.
I have no idea what people would think of this movie. Obviously, there has to be some people in this world that liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it makes it sound like I'm saying this junk is like complete
Yeah, it sounds like
trash.
it's horseshit the way you're saying.
Just say it's not for you. You're not the intended audience.
I'm just saying, you know, I don't know who the intended audience
He
is.
said he liked it though.
I'm just saying, like, if I was blind for the rest of my life,
I would
prefer
recommend this
that to
movie.
watch this movie. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. I think I could think of worse movies to watch than this.
Just looking at the poster in my head, I just keep thinking it's like a Walgreens Scott Pilgrim movie.
Whoa, back it up, Brian.
I don't even know.
Back
Scott
it the
Pilgrim
fuck
was
up.
like really good. So I
Yeah,
don't
like
know.
I don't know
That's
what
why I
you
just said Walgreens version of that.
But there's some comparisons, Brian. There's no version of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other version of Scott Pilgrim.
I'm just telling you from looking at the cover, that's what it looks like.
Better check your eyesight, bro. All right. Check your eyesight. All right, Randall.
He's looking good to me.
It's pretty good. Hashtag FreeRayshawn.
That movie, I don't really want to talk about that much, even though I know I put it on there. It's
I didn't put it on there, Randall.
It's
Wait, what were you talking about that just now?
He was talking about Max Reload.
Oh, I didn't realize they were. I thought you both had talked about that already, but it was the Deathstroke one. Never mind.
Yep, that one.
I would rather watch Max Reload than Deathstroke. Dragons and Kings or whatever it was
Really,
called.
Randall?
Yes.
I mean, I don't blame you, because fuck, dude.
Is it worse than Hellboy?
Is what worse than Hellboy?
I would rather watch Max Reload than watch the new Hellboy.
But what about Deathstroke? Deathstroke versus Hellboy. What are you watching?
Deathstroke.
Well, get the fuck out, Randall.
The new Hellboy?
It's that bad? Because I saw Deathstroke, Randall, with my eyes. And my ears. I saw and heard Deathstroke.
You have to also take into consideration that I don't really do the whole demon thing, so.
That's also true. Yes, okay. I was about to say, there's Randall, because I sat on that fucking couch with you and watched Deathstroke, so.
So are you saying, wait, you said you wanted to talk about FreeRayshawn? Is that because it's worse than Deathstroke?
No, because it hits me emotionally, because it's a movie about current events. Well, not just current events, but things that have been happening for years with African Americans.
Is it like police brutality or
it's
racial discrimination, all of the above?
So the movie is about this guy who actually was in the service. He was an Army vet, and he served in Iraq. He did 2 tours. And this is like after all of that.
And this is based on a true story? Or no?
I don't know if the actual story is based on a true story, but the premise of the movie is based on real life. Because at the end of the movie, it shows like a bunch of names, a lot of the people who were like...
affected by it?
Who were murdered.
Oh, okay.
Like Trayvon Martin and all of... Like, just a bunch of people who were killed.
Mm-hmm.
Wrongfully killed, however you want to label it.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was pretty much set up, and the whole movie is about him trying to prove his innocence, but it's done in a very unique way from what I've seen. It's not like one of those movies where like, okay, I was wrongfully accused, now I gotta pretend to be Batman and go find, like, do detective work and figure out the tape, where the tape is hitting, who the guy is that has the tape, and go across town and beat a couple of people up, and then...
Where is she?
Yeah, like, it's not
Where's
like
Rachel?
That. It's, like, very realistic. It's like a dude, he got got involved in some sort of entrapment, and he goes home, and he's trying to, like, survive, pretty much, because, like, first the police show up, and then SWAT show up, and then... It goes from, like, being on the local news to being all over the United States type news.
Got it. Word travels fast.
Yeah. And it's a sad movie. It's sad because of how the movie played out, but it's also sad because it's, like, based on real life. It's, like,
it's what's been happening this year.
It's been happening. Well, not just this year, but, like, for years it's been happening.
Right.
You know? So...
What's my color keep going in and out? Go ahead.
It sucks, man, because it's like you actually see what happened. Like, they show you what happened.
Like real footage or just reenacted footage?
No, like they show. When I say they show you what happened, like, so in the movie you're thrown into the action. Like, it's him fleeing from the cops.
Oh, okay.
So towards the end of the movie, you actually find out what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you it's just terrible.
Okay.
And it just bothered me because I know you watch the news and you're aware of this stuff that goes on in the world, and it's just like sometimes, I don't know about anyone else, but for me sometimes if you watch something over and over and over and over, you kind of become callous to it. And it almost desensitizes you to it, even though you're still aware of it, even though you know, like, no, that's bad. Obviously, I know this is bad, but, you know, I've seen it and heard it so many times. It's like, unfortunately, your mind starts to say this is the norm when it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But then, like, every once in a while, something occurs or you see something and it makes you think, like, this is real life. This is reality. This is like what we deal with for real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's horrible. Like, it's. I remember I used to have conversations with like people older than me, like in my family or just older people that I know, and I used to like try to reason with them. Not reason with them, but I would have these conversations on trying to understand why people act the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what's like. I've heard all different types of scenarios, man, but it's just like I heard some things like people tell me like you can't find logic in crazy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It was said to me in a way better way. I just can't remember exactly.
Like in a more profound, like,
yeah, it was like really profound.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't remember exactly how it was said, but it's just the fact that you try to make sense of why people act the way they act or why they treat people the way they treat them, even though in your mind you think to yourself like, this is the most stupidest reason to treat somebody differently.
Uh-huh.
Like, we're exactly the same. The only difference is the color of my skin is different.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just amazing to me how like people can I'm even willing to say that, okay, I can understand someone who's had a bad experience with a certain type of person.
Yeah, that's understandable.
It doesn't even have to do with ethnicity.
Yeah,
it just could be a type of person.
Yep.
It could be women dealing with guys. They had bad experiences with with men, and now they are afraid of men. And it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, logically, you can't assume that every guy is the same.
Well, it goes back to what you were saying before. If all they see or all they experience is the same thing over and over and over again, your mind's going to say this is the norm.
Yeah. So it's like, I understand on one side of the fence where it's like, okay, if you had bad experiences with a particular type of person, or maybe you were raised to believe a certain thing, even though you yourself did not experience it.
Yep.
Because I don't really know. I don't have studies or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of easy to brainwash somebody when they're young.
Yeah, because
I
that's
mean,
when you would do it.
That's the way that all sorts of things work. I mean, you have religion, your favorite sports team, like everything. Like you grow
gets
up with
passed
it.
down.
That's what it is. That's just the way life is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just to say all of that, it's just like sometimes I get into these conversations sometimes with people, and I try to like logically understand why someone acts the way they act, or why they think the way they act, or why they treat people the way they treat people, and like there's no logic in it sometimes.
They just do it because that's what they know. They think that's the norm.
And you think to yourself, like, you know, if you just stop and you think and you use your brain and you're like, okay, you yourself have not had a bad experience with said person.
Said person, thing, it doesn't matter. Like, you know,
so
anything.
I would think you should be able to stop and say, wait a minute, this person is just like me.
But I don't think that's not the way that their brain's not going to work that way. You have that view because you're black. I mean, you see this, you've grown up with it. You have a very different experience than what I've had. You know, I'm not really sure how to phrase this, but like, if you have somebody that's grown up that is a white person that has literally looked at black people as a lesser person because their family has taught them that, that's all they're ever going to see. They're not going to see somebody, you know, it's not going to be like me and you where I'm like, I don't care that you're black. You know, it's not something that we talk about because it doesn't need to be talked about. It's just, that's the way it is. You know, they're not going to see that if somebody's treating you differently than me, that I'm like, well, that's normal. That doesn't make any sense. They're going to see that and go, that's normal. You know, they're not going to have the same view, the same logical view that you do, because that's not their normal is way different.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just, I don't know. It's a really sad movie. It's a sad situation, and it's just like people are getting they're getting murdered, bro. Like,
yeah.
And I'm not talking about like gang. Like, I'm not talking about like give me your sneakers, give me that chain off your neck. I'm talking about like authorities are setting people up and murdering them in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak for real life because I don't know everything that goes on in real life. I'm pretty sure there's some shady stuff that goes on in real life.
Yeah, there's.
But
Very, very much so.
There's very. That's,
I'm
yes.
talking about in this movie, like this dude was clearly set up. Like, especially after they show you what actually happened, it's like, are you serious? This dude was like, it was the most mundane thing. Like he didn't do anything, but yet he's being labeled as a cop killer.
We're gonna have to need context on what.
So all right, so the movie opens up with him running from the cops in a truck, like he's driving the truck or whatever. Later on, you find out that the person that he met up with was an undercover cop, and they were gonna set him up to do some sort of drug thing or whatever.
Okay.
He decides that he doesn't want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
so he initially walks away. The reason why he comes back is because as he's walking away from the truck and decides he's not going to do it, the other cop calls the cop in the car, is like, look, you need to get him back in the truck right now, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So he gets out the car and he says some junk to him to get in his head because he know that this guy is like desperate for money because he has a wife and a child and money is tight.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta put some food on the table.
So he went from like huge score to triple the score.
Uh-huh.
So now in his head, the wheels are turning. It's like triple the score. You could tell he's still reluctant to do it, but it's like, man, think of all the things I can do for my family now.
Uh-huh.
So he reluctantly gets back in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, this dude is handing him a Mac 10.
The cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking at him like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he verbatim said that. Like, are you like, where did you get this from?
Uh-huh.
He gets out the truck, goes in the back, pretends like he's doing something. The cops come around or whatever. So he freaks out, gets in the driver's seat. I don't know why he backed up, but he ends up backing up, hitting the cop, and then pulls off, and then chase ensues.
Uh-huh.
Next thing you know, he's at home with his wife and kid, and the police chase him to his residence. Get everybody out of the apartment building. His family is the only one that's inside this entire apartment building.
Okay.
And now the police are like trying to find a way in without killing anyone.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell clearly that the ones who were initially following him were dirty. Because there was a part of the movie where he's looking out the window, like he's like literally like, you know how like when you look out the window and you don't want nobody to see you looking out the window?
You'll be back. Yeah, you'll be.
Yeah, you're like
back,
literally like the little crevice in between where the blind is and the wall meets. You're like your eyes like that.
Yeah.
Tell me why when he did that, it's 4 cops downstairs, like four flights of stairs or 4 stories.
Uh-huh.
He says he has a gun and they all open fire.
What the hell?
So they like shooting up the place.
From the
Well-
from the first floor to the 4th?
Yes.
The fuck? Okay.
So
Since when is that police?
exactly
Okay.
because Lawrence Fishburne, I forgot to tell you that he's in the movie.
Uh-huh.
He plays like a major role. He's picking up on things because he's actually a good cop.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you firing?" He was like, "I saw a gun." He's like, "I don't care what you." He has a wife and child up there. I don't care what you think you saw.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going back and forth, about it. And you can tell like these guys are trying to end this dude before
Yeah.
he opens his mouth, or at least he gets proof about what actually went down.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Are the 2 dirty cops white?
Actually, it's 4 of them, and there's
But the 2 that originally like set him up to do the whole thing are probably white, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was two of them were white. One was black. I forget what the other one. I think it was 4 in total, but I know it was like. I think it was 2 of them were white, and it was kind of weird because out of the 4, only one of them was acting really weird. He was the one that was like really gun ho about
Getting this
dude. The other ones was like. It was more of a situation. It seemed like it was more of a situation where it was like,
If he gets caught, we're gonna get fucking caught.
no. That's the thing about this movie. It touches on real life in a sense where you don't have enough information.
Oh.
You only know what actually happened as far as like this dude was innocent. He really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Granted, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he also had the wrong intentions. But he technically, legally, did not do anything.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's one of those situations where the guy he was in the truck with and whoever that cop was talking to on the other end of the phone
Right.
were the two dirty cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the only ones, at least from the movie, what the movie shows, those are the only ones who actually know what really went down. Because it sounds like to me, for what I'm seeing, that the other cops that were with them was just reacting to what happened. So they got false information. They're thinking that, this dude is really a cop killer. So they're angry.
Yeah.
But they don't really know exactly what happened.
Right.
And because they're in his squad and he's the leader, they're following protocol. They're doing whatever he says do.
Right.
So,
which is firing to a 4th-story window from the first floor.
Because he was the first person that yelled it out. He was like, he has... You see a guy holding the gun from the 4th story?
And he's not
firing. And the
firing.
blind barely moved?
Yeah. And he's not firing, so you don't just return fire. You just don't start firing. There's no gunfire.
Not to mention you got a woman and a child in that building.
They don't care. I mean, that's. I mean, look at all of what's going on right now with the police and things. They don't give a flying fuck.
Well, we're talking about these guys specifically. Like, there's a thing about following your lead.
It's the same mentality. They don't give a shit. They're there to do whatever serves them right. It doesn't matter about anybody else. If a woman and a child had to die at line of fire, they were trying to protect themselves from nothing.
They all could have had guns. You never know. What we're talking about is the two that came in afterwards that got false information. Even if he said, there's guns over there, he ain't firing it. So why is it, my reaction is, I guess I'll fire because he said fire. Yeah. I don't think it works like that. There's chain of command, but there's also we're not going to just start fucking firing.
Actually, I think protocol is if the threat introduces itself with a gun, they're supposed to fire immediately. But there's also something about how they're not supposed to fire until fired upon as well.
Yeah, there has to be because especially in a state where you can carry. You might see the gun, you just start firing. Yeah, that makes no sense.
It was just the whole point I'm getting at is that it was just scary because it's like, if any of this stuff that's happening in the movie is remotely true to what happens in real life, then it's terrifying, man. They were looking at a tape that proved that he walked away, and the DA was like, "Tell him I didn't see the tape." What?
Because that looks bad on him, and he might lose his spot, especially if he's running for a campaign of some sort.
Yep. I'm sure that shit happens all the time. I wouldn't.
Politics.
Look at how many trumped up charges kids, especially black kids, get with weed and things. I mean, all these dudes are getting kickbacks from prison systems because the prison system's been privatized, so that they can, get. You have some black kid who's got less than an ounce of, an eighth of weed on him, 5 years. You have some white woman who strangled a baby that she was taking care of, got let off with 6 months probation. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
How does that add up? What's the math there, Randall?
I don't know.
How's that fair?
I think they're doing some alien math or something.
Alien math. I mean, at this point, I'd believe it because that makes sense to me.
They've been doing studies about the police force and what types of personalities and things are in, high-ranking places like police, prison systems, anything to do with courts and things. It's all white supremacists. It's all people that think that everybody else is a lesser being than they are.
I never understood that. That goes back to the logic.
Yeah, you keep asking. I don't understand why
you're not going to understand. How a person could think that they're better than someone else. We're all vulnerable to bullets and punches and weather, and we're all vulnerable to the same thing, disease, everything. So, what exactly makes you better than the next person? You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of junk I don't understand. It's Unless you're a mutant and I don't know about it, you got quick healing factor or some junk like that, then okay, then maybe you might be a little more advanced than me.
I don't have a serious answer for that, so like there is none.
Well, Randall's somewhat of a mutant, mostly because I'm pretty sure he's the only one out of us that can get sickle cell. But just saying.
You lost us on that reference, bro.
Sickle cell? It's a... Hang on.
How you spell it?
SIKLE space CELL. Sickle cell disease. Is a group of inherited red blood cells disorders. Healthy red blood cells are round and they move through the small blood vessels to carry oxygen to all parts of the body. In someone who has sickle cell disease, the red blood cells become hard and sticky and look like C-shaped farm tool called a sickle. The sickle cells die early, which causes a constant shortage of red blood cells. I'm pretty sure it's more commonly, if not only affects black people. I'd have to find where it is.
I have never in my 29 years of living on this planet
Didn't know
have
that
heard
was
of
a
that.
thing, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's most predominantly in black people. I think a small percentage of other ethnicities can get it, but it's most predominantly in black people.
Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah, my uncle died from it.
Oh. I didn't have from this. No, never in my 29 years of living on this planet know about that.
Yeah. I mean, there are very minor differences between most humans, especially when it comes to like an ethnicity. But that is one of the ones that I know of that is like, it affects Randall more than it affects the rest of us.
Mm. You don't have that, right? Good. What is there any like what causes it? It's just random.
I don't know what causes it. I think it's just a. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. How do we get on?
There's certain medications that actually work better for black people than for white people. On certain, like if Randall and I presented with the same symptoms, he would get a different medication because the one that would work for me may not necessarily work for him, and vice versa.
Hmm.
I think all that stuff's really interesting. It's like it's amazing how similar and how different we can all be at the same time.
So that right there is probably what the supremacists think. Is like, oh, my medicine's different than yours. There you go.
Makes no sense.
That's how it works, Randall. We don't know.
I just wish we lived in a world where Batman really existed.
I thought you said you were Batman.
Then we wouldn't really have this problem.
Well, I mean, we'd have a Batman problem
What Batman problem?
where now there's super villains.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he creates the villains.
Yeah.
Oh.
Power attracts more power, Randall.
Yeah, there's that whole theory where if Batman didn't exist, all the criminals that he fights probably wouldn't exist either.
Same
You
thing
know-
with Goku.
Yeah. I mean, that's people make things to combat Goku, and look, that's every arc we have. It's because Goku's too strong. So they're like, oh, let's make something to stop him. Villain born. So no, Randall, I don't want to live in Gotham. Or just me going to the fucking grocery store is going to get me stabbed 63 times and then shot in the toes. Not happening.
Why the toes specifically?
More pain. Gotham is constantly raining and cloudy and dark, so it's just pain all over.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
So that me getting shot in the toes is more painful than just getting shot in the face.
Probably because you'd only feel the shot in the face for,
A millisecond? Not even?
It depends on when you
Right in
get
the
shot in the
face.
face.
Oh, that's also true because you can get this like shot off. You're right.
Just think about it. Like, just the tip of your nose can get shot off.
No, those are correct. Those are facts. Those are
shot
facts.
in the eye.
Oof. This reminded me of a scene I saw recently. Don't fuck with the eyes, bro. Like, especially like those movie scenes where like it's a close up and the eyes getting like stabbed or some shit. Yeah. Bro, get that the fuck away from me. I don't want to see that.
Dead
Yeah, every
space.
time I see that, like the one where I can't remember what movie it's from, but they would have like the scalpel and it like shows a zoomed in thing with
Yeah.
the scalpel. Touches the
I'm
eye,
like,
and I'm like,
get
Nope.
this fucking scene the fuck away from my face.
There's this what's the name of that movie? It has Guy Pearce in it.
Iron Man?
Man.
It's probably
3?
gay porn. Guy Pierce?
It's a movie about the prisoners in space. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway,
And Sylvester Stallone's in it?
no.
Lockout.
Or is it Batista?
Yeah, Lockout.
Oh.
There's a part in the movie where like the president's daughter is up there. So Guy Pearce's character, so she's like one of those kumbaya people.
Oh, your people.
Who feel like the prisoners are being mistreated. So she's going up there to make sure that they're not mistreated.
Oh.
So she ends up going up there, and of course something happens. So one of the prisoners gets hold of a gun, and next thing you know, the prisoners are now running the space station.
Oh, Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, and they send Guy. His main objective was to just go up there and get her and come back.
And then he fell in love with one of the prisoners.
Nah, he had his own agenda, but that's irrelevant.
Fall in love with multiple prisoners.
No.
Oh.
But there's a part in the movie where like she's huh?
What?
What is it?
No, Discord effed up your sound, so we honestly have no idea what you said.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, is what you guys were talking about. There's a part
Making
in
love to prisoners?
No, Anthony.
Oh.
Didn't say no. You heard that?
Okay. But he
I
has to.
said stuff.
He said what?
Yeah, why is it every time you're saying it, it just deletes?
Discord just filtering me. I said doing butt stuff.
Got it.
Oh. Okay. A little excited there because someone said butt stuff.
I want to get my butt stuff done, Randall.
Okay. But anyway, he has to, in order to revive her, he has to stick on.
Well, revive her?
Yeah, because she was stuck in a room that was losing oxygen, and ultimately she ended up passing out.
Oh, so she's still alive, Randall.
Yeah, but she was about to die.
Okay.
So he
Randall.
had to do some stuff
stop.
to her.
Let's stop. We'll get to that in a second. Reviving means you're dead, you're coming back to life.
Yeah, she was pronounced dead. Her heart stopped beating.
Okay, you just said passed out, Randall.
She wasn't pronounced.
No, he was
Chuck and
describing
Larry.
the events up to the point where he was getting to, but you interrupted him.
No,
Like
he
an
said
asshole.
pass. No, he said
Yeah,
revive.
He said he had to revive her, and you said, whoa, she's dead. And he said, yeah, she passed out, and her heart was stopping because she was running out of oxygen. And then
Before I could get to
she
the
was
heart
pronounced
part,
dead,
you stopped me.
and then now
you can't
he's
be.
at the part where
Your heart can't stop, and then you run out of oxygen. You
No.
run out of oxygen, and then your heart
That's what
stops.
That's what I was saying. She was in her room, and she passed out because of a lack of oxygen.
Movie
and
sounds
her
like it
heart stopped.
sucks.
Anyway, the whole point of me bringing this up was he had to stick a needle in her cornea.
Yeah, this movie sucks.
why? That doesn't make any sense.
That's how you.
I
That's how you
forget what
revive people.
No, he had to do some other stuff. He had to do like 2 different things. But one of the
Gagger.
okay. But it was weird because they did like the close up on it, on the eye, the real like super close up, and then they did it real slow where like the needle.
Yeah, I hate that.
The needle didn't just go in; it like pushed up against the eyeball and
So you see
then
it
went
push
in.
it? Yeah. Oh yeah. I want to swing at somebody when that happens.
I just want to understand, like, if that's a real thing, how does that not cause blindness?
Because the nerves, depending
would.
on. So
that's not real. They don't really do that in real life under no
No,
circumstance.
if you get punctured through the cornea, that's it.
yeah,
like-
you're done.
They can probably hit other parts, but I don't know of anything where they like directly through the cornea. That's what happens. I mean, when
Like
I got LASIK,
I'm thinking of it, and I want to swing at Randall right now.
Why?
Like that, it gets under my skin. I just get aggressive
You need
because
to
I'm
hit
like,
something.
yeah, like I'm like, yo, stop doing that.
it's the fridge water all over again.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, that jump was so funny, man. I've never seen Anthony angry, bro. Out of all the years that I've known him, like what, 10 plus years or what, I've never seen this dude angry. That day,
That fucking water pissed me the fuck off, bro.
Yo.
I emptied out like 3 fucking cups of water so it wouldn't stop fucking spewing everywhere.
Pull the tab out, like.
This is the scary part about, I don't think you guys are fully grasping this. It's like, the scary part is that there was no buildup. It just happened. That's like some serial killer stuff. It's like 1 minute this dude is getting water, next minute he's flinging a water bottle across the kitchen.
Did you not see the scene in Mr. Robot when he slowly threw a fucking vase?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he just fucking did it, dude. Oh my god, it just pissed me off, bro. The timing of that was just like, yo, I'm done with this fucking water. Just constantly, here's, and then the water hitting the ground. I'm like, I'm trying to clean it up, trying to get the cup, and I'm like, I'm fucking done with it, and I just chuck that shit.
It's one of those things where it's like a build-up where you're like, you have like a whole bunch of little things that go out wrong throughout the day, and you're just like, your code doesn't work, or you got denied the promotion or something else, or just like stupid little shit where you stub your toe and then you hit your head and then you get to the water and you're like, fuck.
That's basically what happened. So they didn't see a buildup because it's probably that day. I don't want to remember what happened that day, but I'm sure it was just all buildup.
You were seeing, if I remember correctly, you were just normal. You were fine, unless you're like really good at concealing like how you actually feel. Because
I'm an actor, so yeah.
He was cracking jokes and stuff or whatever the case was, which is why it threw me off so much, because we were literally in the middle of a conversation about whatever. Matter of fact, Banana was there.
Yeah.
She was sitting at the table. And the next thing you know, it's just whoosh, the bottle goes flying in the air. I'm like, yo, what's...
When he threw it, did he say he said over easy?
Nah.
So,
like, what the...
Did you not like pull the thing forward? Like, what's going on with this?
It just stopped. Like, that's the first thing I did.
Forward.
Like, I pulled it, and it's like, I don't care that you pulled it. I'm just gonna keep squirting at you, and I'm like, not the time. And that was it. Because you have to keep in mind, it was, it's fucked up. Ha 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 ha. I filled up a cup, quickly swapped it, threw away one of the cups. It's still going. All right, I'm on cup fucking 7 now. Fuck it. Yeah, dude. Oh no! And then I was angry this weekend playing. Oh my God, Warzone. When I was playing Call of Duty, Randall, and I yelled.
Oh yeah, but that was.
Please tell me you recorded it.
No, it was.
I was just.
He was just standing behind me. His face. He thought I was gonna swing at him.
It wasn't as weird as the water. That would forever be the water bottle incident, but He was. Who were you playing?
I was playing Call of Duty because one of the missions was kill a certain amount of people with an SMG while a specific character selected. I need to go unlock that character in the co-op mode. And fuck those missions.
That's why. Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess I don't have anyone to do it, so I'm gonna go play with strangers. Bro.
Yeah, that was funny.
People are trash.
No shit.
Random people who join your lobby and they're like, I'm gonna cause you to die, and now you're gonna do the whole fucking thing over in the last fucking part of the mission.
The funniest one was like he was in a Jeep.
Yeah. He
was in a Jeep with some dude, and like instead of like just driving to the rendezvous point where you're supposed to get out and do whatever you need supposed to do, this dude decides to go around some hill so that he can fly off a cliff over the fence, but he doesn't do that. He ends up just going off the cliff and slamming into the fence.
Well, we proceed to get gunned down.
Yeah. The funny part was like Anthony was already like pissed off, so like almost mid jump as like the Jeep is going in the air, he's like, forget this. He just hops out the Jeep while it's jumping and starts running towards where the building.
And then the Jeep lands. Sorry, audio listeners. Like on a corner, and then front flips over the fucking fence, and then like explodes on impact. And I'm like, what? That would have been me if I stayed on that goddamn Jeep.
I've only attempted that mode twice. And after the first one, I don't know why I did it the second time. The first one I did it with Ignacio. I was like, oh, cool, what mode is
that? That
this?
was your first problem.
Yeah, because I know he's dog shit. So.
Do you not remember playing Halo with him?
We played Halo with him?
So First time doing it. Oh, what do we have to do? Oh, we have to go here, is what it says. I think the mission said discreetly, like the whole goal was not get caught. I get in the car. Someone's already in the driver's seat. It's him. I'm like, okay, he's done this mode before. Maybe he knows how to do this. Not 5 seconds later, he drove through the middle of the base. Everyone's shooting at us.
What the heck?
I've never seen so many people. I never seen full health till I'm down that quickly in my life.
That mode, oh my god, dude. I got to the point where I'm telling you, I just yelled fuck so goddamn loud that I heard the echoes 2 times. Because it was the last part of the fucking mission, and these guys decided to throw. All 3 of them.
Oh yeah, that was it too. Like I was asking, I was like, "Who are you playing with?" And he was like, "Surrandos" or something like that. And I was like, "It's just you two?" He was like, "Yeah, because everybody else just decided to leave, so it was just him and the driver."
They die, they get downed, and I can use an ability to res them. I hit the button to res the people who are down, and they leave the lobby. So I wasted my fucking ability, and then they fucking leave, and it's just me and this other guy. And when this other guy decides, fuck it, everyone left, I'm gonna run out. Gets killed. Bro, and that was the last. I just needed to survive for a time, and then we all fucking die. I had it. I'm like, it was my 7th attempt, and I'm like, I just yelled, dude. I was like, that's it. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I'm waking everyone up. I don't care what kind of night you had, my guy. Oh my lord, that was just true salt. What are we talking about? 'Cause I'm thinking about it and I'm getting tired again.
Get through the ball.
I think.
Do you not remember playing Halo with Ignacio?
I don't. When did we all play?
It was all 4 of us
Yeah, we
playing
played
Reach
Reach.
Story.
That's what it was. Yeah, you're right.
He wanted to play the story, and I was like, sweet, And so I brought my my Xbox over to your place, and then he and I played on one screen, and you and Bryant played on the other, and we were going through the local thing, and every fucking time, Ignacio, where you at? I'm coming, dude. Give me a second, bro. It's been like 12 minutes. Where you at?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Halo Reach story mode. I don't know why. Besides I'm old. Anyway. How do we get here? Like now I'm getting tight thinking of these fucking things now. Like
This is my favorite type of podcast where we start with something on the dock and then we just end up way over there because we're so we started off with talking about FreeRayshawn, and then we started talking about white supremacy, and then we somehow got into anger with you.
And then the eye stuff somewhere.
And then the eye stuff.
that's what it was. The eye stuff gets me tight. Like I'm like, yo, that just aggravates me for some reason. And then he remembered the water bottle incident, and now we're at Call of Duty because that's what happened recently. We'll get there.
Lose him, or is it my internet?
I think
It's my internet. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you, but you're okay. Now your video caught up. Before you were just like.
Yep. That's about right. Comcast, guys. Look how well your money is being spent when you pay for Comcast. Shit, stable connection.
I bet you can get on Stadia and it'd be reliable right now.
It would have a great download. It's the upload that keeps shitting the bed.
Randall, ignore what he said and laugh.
What?
You got it, bro. Knocked it out of the park. Randall says what? Like there's 70 people here, and he's like, oh, he's addressing me out of the 70 people.
I didn't understand what he said.
He says what? Like he just saw somebody kickflip over like a whole pool.
My favorite is when one of us asks him a question, and then he looks at Anthony. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Don't look at me. They asked you the question. What are you looking at me for?"
I do that because I didn't hear what whoever said what they said, and I'm looking at him because I'm assuming he heard what they said.
Yes, Randall, because I'm on the podcast paying attention, Randall. Jesus.
I wonder sometimes.
8 o'clock every Tuesday, bro. Eastern. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are we talking about? Oh, so do you recommend the movie? And you just said it's like deep, sad.
It's a really good movie,
Okay.
man. It's like super intense. It's very good acting. Again, I said
Lawrence Fishburne done it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got quite the pedigree. So
Yeah, he did a really good, like, for what it was really, really good. It was super stressful. Super stressful. I mean, like, it's probably one of the most stressful movies I've ever seen because it's like the whole time you're like, I hope this dude doesn't get shot. I hope they don't accidentally shoot the kid. I hope they don't accidentally shoot his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't break in. I hope this doesn't happen. It's super intense, and it's like the longer it goes along, like the more what's the word I'm looking for? Like the more desperate, maybe for the lack of a better term, the police start to get. Because then the SWAT gets involved, and then you got that one head honcho that's like, look, if he doesn't blah blah blah, we're going in there full force and we're blowing the door off, and we got a sniper on the roof, and he never misses.
Yeah.
So
he's saying this with like an American flag sunglasses on.
yeah. And like it made me angry because it was a part where the main protagonist was like, okay, I'm going to walk through the door with my wife and child, and I'm gonna surrender.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And Lawrence
Still gets got back.
No. Lawrence Fishburne's character says, "We found peace. He's going to do it." The guy's like, "No, we're past that." Like, what do you mean? He said he's going to give. Look, you want to shoot this? He said he's going to give in. Why would you want to get? In my mind, I'm like, he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Yeah. He's got his gun ready. He's like, I just want to shoot my gun. Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to watch it,
It's heavy stuff.
It's heavy, and it's good acting, and it's intense.
All right, we're gonna throw it to the Bryan Bros for Music Minute. Y'all were listening to the same stuff, so let's get it popping. Where do you guys want to start?
Well, these are all one-offs. At least what he had.
Other singles?
Yeah. I just saw that he had a bunch of stuff on there, and I thought I would check them out, and then I realized they were all one-offs, so I was like, I guess I'll just listen to them.
Wait, I got something interesting. So you both listen to the same thing? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're both about to talk about the same music, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want Kelsey to start, but I want you to explain what you thought about the tracks, but you got to talk like Brian. So you got to start off with, okay, boom.
Okay, so cool. So
I get it. Okay. At first, I'm like, he's gonna make you do some weird shit on here. I'm gonna get banned on Twitch.
But you gotta explain it like Brian explains it.
I have no idea how.
Just give it your best shot. Don't worry about it.
I would be able to do it at this moment.
Just give it your best shot. That's what ad-libbing is. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I saw that he put it in there, and I pulled it up and realized it was a single, and then boom. So I playing it, and I was rocking out. I was like, it's pretty sweet, it's pretty chill, and I thought it was really good.
Yo, Brian, Kelsey, when it's your turn to talk about it? Like, what's going on? Brian, are you gonna swallow it or what?
There you go. Swallow it. Swallow
There you
it
go.
all.
I don't know what song he's talking about either. That's the weird part.
What do you mean? He's talking about Boom. I picked it up. Like,
No, so Juice WRLD, Smile. I really like that one. It's really sad that Juice WRLD's gone because I feel like he was a very talented young man and he could have done a lot, but stupid shit. I also really enjoy The Weeknd. I thought it had a really nice beat. The lyrics are pretty decent. Overall, thought it was like just kind of a chill song. Really liked it.
I listened to that single, but I didn't put it on there, and I don't think The Weeknd should have been on that track. I did not like The Weeknd's part on that. It sounded like he just did his own type of music, and they just laid it on a Juice WRLD track. Like, I don't think it fit the instrumental in, like, almost the slightest.
So boom, right? I like Juice WRLD's. Juice WRLD as an artist I like, right?
Yeah.
The Weeknd as an artist I like. This song was to me a throwaway song.
Oh man, I like Juice WRLD's. I like Juice WRLD's part, and then The Weeknd came on, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Maybe I just
song-
missed The Weeknd part. Like I was listening to them, but sort of doing other stuff.
Yeah.
And so maybe I only tuned in when Juice WRLD was singing.
I enjoyed Juice WRLD. I'm like, okay, I'm digging Juice WRLD's part. And then The Weeknd came in and he did like this weird, like, he waited for like the beat drop and he did try to do some like high note sing. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good. And it just, I don't know. I as a huge Weeknd fan, as anyone here would say, I think he dropped the ball on this as a feature. The Juice WRLD part I liked. Instrumental sounds like a Juice WRLD song. Juice WRLD laid his verses on there and it sounded like a Juice WRLD track. But as soon as The Weeknd came on, I'm like, what's happening?
This song, I wanted to hear the song they recorded after this because this felt like they were just riffing, trying to get an idea of what the song's gonna be like. So it was just a reference scratch song to me.
Gotcha.
There are parts where I like The Weeknd's cadence. We start his verse, no thank you. In the middle, like he was in like a pocket. I was like, okay. And then he went back to the beginning point, like you shouldn't have been in here.
Yeah, that's oof. We're vibing right now, Brian.
The whole thing, I'm like, it's a shame. It's a shame that there's two talented people in this song. And let me see. Out of the four, no, it's definitely not the worst. It's the third, I would say, probably.
Of the tracks you heard.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, sonically, it was made for the radio. The way that it was mixed and things like that, they did a good job. Whoever engineered it. It sounds like what you would hear on the radio, but
yeah,
content-wise, that was whatever.
I was hyped for it too because he was buzzing it up. The Weeknd was on his Instagram. I'm like, oh, he's dropping new shit. Then I heard it that Friday, and I'm like, I don't really have much positive besides it's a Juice WRLD song and it sounds good. But and The Weeknd's, no, it did not resonate. That Weeknd part, I think for me was like, pew!
I have to listen to it again because I don't know that I actually heard The Weeknd's part.
For me, same with I forgot to put on the doc. I'm sorry, I'm taking your music minute because I'm
Drake's
fucking
song?
yes.
I heard that too.
I liked his, and then fucking what's his name, the feature. I hated that part. I fucking hated it.
So I heard Drake's part, the chorus. Throw that away.
Yeah,
right?
that was
verse?
stupid. I like his verse.
Okay, it's all right. The chorus came back. I don't know if I can deal with this a third time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I heard Lil Durk's verse. I switched the song.
Oof. Yeah, like when I heard Lil Durk on it, I'm like, why?
It's not even like, it's not that his part was so bad. It was just, I didn't care anymore. Like the whole song, I'm not going to be there for one verse and just hear the same shit, I guess 3 times. And then hear Lil Durk, I'm like, I mean, it's not diarrhea, but
He has another.
sway me.
Drake has another verse after Durk's.
I don't know what it sounds like.
I mean, I don't blame you because
I really didn't care for the chorus in this, the twist and turn bullshit.
I haven't heard that one yet. Is the chorus really bad on that?
We're talking about a different song, Kelsey.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But I do want to know about the twist. I didn't even know that song came out. I didn't know there was a new fucking. Is it a dancehall one or no?
I don't know if you wanna do me again, Kelsey.
Kelsey, I need
guess, or
Brian right here. All right, give me your De La Rosa take. Boom. All right,
talking
let's
to
go.
me, or you
Yes,
talking to-
sir, dude. You're Brian right now. Brian,
Okay,
Kelsey's up here, or I'm sorry, right over
Me
here.
was the lyrics were trash. Like it's like twist and turn, and I'm like, okay. And
Oh no, they just repeat the same shit the entire chorus.
not the entire time, but there's quite a bit of it. And they, like Drake's part was okay. The other two I don't know offhand. But
Which
the lyrics
is,
weren't that great.
Party Next Door and Popcaan.
I thought it was gonna be like a dance hall because Popcaan he's usually in those type of tracks, so that's why I was asking if it's like a dance hall like reggae kind of stuff, or I guess not.
When I see, okay, so this is what it was like.
I have to say like Kelsey.
Popcaan's name. Oh yeah, if you're, I don't know what he says. What, the beat's nice.
Why do you get nasally? He doesn't speak nasally.
I don't know. It's
I
fucking.
feel like I have a very high voice already.
Yeah. Brian, do you think white people just sound like that? Is that what you just did?
Don't put words in my mouth.
Oh,
Why they gotta be people?
So I saw Popcaan's name. I was like, maybe a dance hall song, right?
Yeah, that's what I
I
was.
saw
When I
Drake's
saw that
name right
list.
after that. And I was like, still.
Yeah.
Whatever. I saw Party Next Door on there. There's no way it's not a dance hall song.
Yep, that's my exact thought when I read that when you guys put that on there.
Beat kicks in. Dance hall beat.
Oh,
Right? Drake starts it. He's in his dance hall bag where he has the
tings.
flags up.
oh, okay. I like that. It makes me laugh.
For that verse, you know, whatever.
Passable.
That's not
Passable.
the best thing.
Okay, I'm excited.
The chorus, it's whatever. They say twist and turn twice. They said something else. Then it says twist and turn. I think the chorus ends. Whatever. You know, it's dance hall. You're not supposed to be like, yo, but the chorus, where's the substance? So I was like, I'll allow it.
Got it.
Party Next Door's verse. That's where
Oof.
this ends.
That's where they changed the beat and everything too, isn't it?
For a bit, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking that was this song.
So it sounds like it's a bust. How about Popcaan? Oh, is he just a chorus?
He was the least dance hall there. That's what if he was just saying stuff at me. I could do without this song.
Okay.
I went in there for whining bumpers.
Yeah. That's,
I left tight.
oh, so you weren't whining anything, dude.
No.
That sucks.
Right,
When you put that on the list, I'm like, oh, there's probably a new dance hall like hotness for like the fall.
Speaking of disappointing, I'm not gonna talk. I'm one sentence about this song I didn't put on the list. The Alicia Keys and Khalid
Yes,
song.
facts. I did the same thing.
No thanks.
Facts right there. Let's get facts in the chat. I listened to that same track. What you just
Beyond.
said was the exact. Yeah. I'm like, no, not it, Chief. Send it back. Two great talented musicians, and
It's
that's
like-
what they come up with, dude. Nah, I'm good.
I have a curious
Nice.
question. Kelsey,
What's up? I knew he was waiting for. I knew he was gonna direct it at me, so I was like already like, "What's up?"
Uh-huh.
so I know you're a huge fan of Trina. Right?
You're bad at bitch.
So, considering the type of music she makes, did you listen to?
WAP.
Yeah, that's why I was getting
WAP?
it.
Yeah.
I heard Ben Shapiro's version of it. I didn't listen to the actual song.
You fucked up.
I'm curious to know how you feel about that song and the lyrics, like the
I
content.
think it's really dumb.
Oh, so you actually heard the song?
Ben Shapiro's
Ben
version
Shapiro
of it.
read
He
it. That-
he read it on his TV show or whatever.
It's not a good
Okay, but
take.
that's different. That's
different.
because
Yeah.
Imagine if someone read Trina's lyrics to you.
Yeah, that's really
But when the
bad.
beat's on, your pussy's popping. I know for a fact.
Oh
Kelsey's
my
pussy's
Facts. He is popping it like it's a soda bottle, my
so
guy. Like,
give it a listen
I'll have to listen to it. I haven't listened to it.
and let me know what you think.
All right.
it's all about attitude. Like, you're not gonna go in there going, "This needs a Grammy." You're gonna go in there and be like, "What the fuck is this wild shit, dude?" That's what your reaction is gonna be.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen Doja Cat. Have you seen her? I'm a cow. Is it I'm a cow?
Moo.
Yeah, moo. So the
That's-
whole
that's-
thing, like
that's
the very
tame to
first
this.
part of it is, "Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow."
Yeah, but
That's like the first like
Mhm.
minute.
Okay, but that's nothing. There's
That's-
nothing to this.
this is like raunchy. Like, this is like,
But you will have to listen to the explicit version because there's
All right, I'll listen to it and talk. You can ask me the same question next week.
in no way, shape, or form saying, "Yo, you got to put this in your favorites playlist" or some shit. This is just this is just entertainment of women just flexing on, like, "I'll make you come." Like, that's basically what this is.
I personally just want to know if he's going to add it to his list.
Oh, for some of my top 10 this year.
Yeah.
WAP.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe it's probably the only 10 that I'll listen to.
Oh my god, that's funny. Okan in the chat's like, yeah, it's not my type of song. It's not a lot of people's type of song. Like it's raunchy as hell. Did Tory Lanez really shoot Megan in the foot?
Allegedly. We don't know the full story.
Yeah, we don't. I didn't even know about that, to be honest. So allegedly.
What is this?
Apparently, Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot.
Just stop saying it like that.
What?
You get yourself fucking stupid.
That's what it says.
You're making it sound like a fucking stupid. They were out someplace. Apparently, it escalated and.
Who shoots someone in the foot?
Both feet.
Okay, that's intentional.
I'm sorry, that's not a funny situation.
With a gun, with an actual gun, right?
No, Randall, with a fucking.
It could have been a BB gun. Some people carry those.
Randall with a camera. He shot her feet with a camera.
He's got a foot better.
Oh my god, man.
Because I think if you shoot somebody in the
Rose's gun did in that episode where they joined the FBI or whatever, or did the run.
I just feel like if someone shoots somebody in the foot, like you're gonna lose a toe or two.
Okan in the chat says it was a gun. Lanez is in custody, possession of illegal firearm.
Good for him.
Good for him?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you meant like for her, like there's justice served here for getting shot in the foot.
I'm not touching this.
You keep saying the foot part with like emphasis on it, so it sounds like a fucking joke.
Because it's a weird place to shoot somebody.
Yeah, like yo, what is?
I guess he did it because he can't get charged for attempted murder.
The thing is, like, when you go to jail and people ask you what you in for, yeah, I shot this girl in the foot.
Because I think anything above, I think anything above the waist is considered attempted murder.
I don't think he went. You know what? I think it was like.
I mean,
why did it even escalate to that point?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he aimed at her foot. I think shots were fired and she just happened to get hit in the foot.
Yo, I don't like your fucking. What is it, pedicure? Just fucking shot.
Yeah, but wait a minute. How can that be true if she got shot in both feet?
It ricocheted, Randall, from the ground. One of her feet was up.
What?
No. See, what was happening is that she was like mid-stride. She was mid-stride, and he was off to the side, and it shot, and it went through both feet. With one bullet, just went like this into both feet.
And then all you heard was double kill.
With one bullet? That's what I said!
That's what I said! Oh, am I going to hell? I'm going to hell. I'll see you guys there.
Right,
Megan did not say who shot her. Oh, okay. Well, like she said, she's not a snitch, so I feel
Snitches
that.
get stitches.
What were we talking about? Oh,
Wait, if you tell who shot you, that's snitching?
yeah, Randall, we from the hood. What the fuck? Cut.
Okay.
This is the last episode I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna get shot after this. So.
I guess so. If you ain't telling.
Especially I'm over here wearing all red.
Now I have no future working with Meg because Anthony made me laugh at her getting shot in the foot. So.
There was a comic where some dude's like yelling at this guy, and he's like, "Who did it? I ain't telling nobody. Who did it?" And he was like, "It was the De La Rosa brothers." And then he goes, and then it like zooms out, and it shows the doctor like stitching him up. And he's like, "That's right. Snitches get stitches." I love this podcast.
Oh my god. Consider it payback, Brian, because I can't have Phil Spencer on here. So.
Why not?
Because you make fun of his face every fucking chance you get.
I don't make fun of his whole face. No.
He's the head of Xbox. Here we go. Kelsey's gonna add on to. No.
Kelsey, watch any
Here we
E3,
go.
whatever, where he's on stage.
Here we
And
go.
tell me why his lips are so wet.
I know who you're talking about.
Does he have the wettest lips you ever seen in your life?
Maybe he used to get like roasted for having dry lips, so now he tries to make sure they're moist all the time.
You know, I feel like he has like a bucket of water and he goes and he just puts it.
Wouldn't it be more like grease or something like that rather than water?
That. He just has chapstick all the time.
Oh my god! All right, let's transition here. Okan gave us a topic here. What do you guys think of the beef between Fortnite and everything mobile?
I don't care. I don't get any money out of it.
I guess it's Epic, not really Fortnite. Epic Games versus Apple and Google.
So what happened?
All right, so backstory on the new story here. Let me hit the timestamp.
Go through all our songs, yeah.
Just give me a second. This will be quick because I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna have the same fucking discussion, or I'm just gonna have one thing. It don't matter. So, Fortnite made an update on or Epic released an update for Fortnite where you're able to bypass the App Store purchases.
Yeah.
Which is against those policies for each app store, for Apple and for Google. It was their way of saying fuck you to both of them, so then they can have people buy directly from Epic instead of paying the absorbent amount of the cut that they would give to Apple for putting on their store. And then almost immediately, Fortnite was taken off of the Play Store and Apple Store. Is that what it's called? Apple Store?
Yeah, the Apple Store.
So now they're suing, and Fortnite or Epic's now suing Apple and Google because of their policies, or that it's not fair the amount of cash or the cut they take from in-store purchases. So now it's a lawsuit between them. Which you can go ahead, Kelsey. I'll give my take afterwards.
I mean, that's the same thing that happened with like Steam. They broke off and started building their own thing, is because Steam was taking such a huge cut from all of the major companies, and they wanted to start like releasing things that, like what was it, either EA or Epic. They wanted to start releasing like DLC and things on their website so that people could just download it. And Steam was like, no. And then all the other developers started following suit. And it was one of them left.
You see what happens when you stick people in the house and tell them they can't leave?
They start getting money hungry, bro, in a very aggressive way. So my only take on this is both yes. Yes, Epic, it's unfair that they take a fucking huge cut from your in-app purchases. Also, yes, you signed that you would do that. Yeah. That is the point of the policy. You said, no problem, we'll take it, and then you put your app on there. Now that you put it on there and you're losing cash, now you want to bring it back and be like, no, we should get a bigger cut. Fam, you signed it already.
Yeah. If they wanted a bigger cut, they should have fought harder for it. Instead
of just going and then trying to do this childish ass move like, oh, we're gonna make it a sneak in an update and they can just buy directly. Fam, exactly what's happening now is what was gonna happen.
I feel like they're gonna lose out on way more money, having this happen versus people being able to buy stuff through the App Store or Google Store.
Yeah. Okan says the cut was 30. Yes, it is 30% because they literally discounted how much V-Bucks you would get, exactly the amount that they would have lost to Apple. So it was like $7 for the same amount of V-Bucks if you would have bought it through the App Store. It's like some weird conversion. So they just discounted it the exact amount.
Epic only gets 30%?
No, Epic has to give up 30%.
Oh. I mean, normally it's like a 60-40 cut. I don't know what the fuck they're arguing about.
I don't know. Do I feel bad for them? No. Epic is backed by fucking Tencent, who has a country full of money. So I don't feel bad for anyone. The people who are playing, whoever plays Fortnite on mobile is who I feel bad for. Yeah. Because now they can't fucking. I'm assuming if it's already installed, they're fine. But now they don't get updates because of this trash fucking dick measuring contest. And then for what? Yeah. It's stupid. Fam, it's their fucking stores. The way you're doing your thing on your store, they're doing their thing on their store. You respect it, period. You have your own store, you're over here like, oh, hey, indie devs, we'll less, what is it, like if you use Unreal Tournament, you'll get more of a cut or whatever of the sale. I think that's one of the incentives. That's your store. You can do that. This is their store. Why? He's like, Epic is like running into your home and telling you what to put in your fridge.
Yep.
Fam, no, get the fuck out of my house then. That's exactly what Google and Apple are saying. Them like, and
See, instead of Friday nights, instead of like going to the lounge and the clubs and turning up or getting lit or whatever you want to call it,
yo, shit.
somebody was at home looking at the books.
Yeah, and they're like, we can get more money. Go home, dude. Get away. Put everything only through Epic Games and release an Epic phone where you have your own Epic store. You get a free game every week, and then apps. Hopefully, people will make apps on your whatever. Apple and Google Play made a fortune on Fortnite though, and they'll continue to make a fortune without Fortnite, because Fortnite was added to the store not that long ago, so they'll survive.
To make a difference. Like, don't get me wrong, they'll make a fortune off of it, but it's not.
It won't break them.
It's not a huge loss for them. Like,
do you know how much money Google made on ads? The amount of JavaScript webhooks and all of the sites you go to, they're all Google ads. They get a cut of all of that. They're not worried about, oh, we lost Fortnite on our Play Store. Damn, we might go under. They don't. Who cares? So Epic, yeah, I get it. That'd be great if more developers got a bigger cut. It's their home. You're walking into their home telling them what to do. No. That doesn't make any sense. I can't go to my neighbors right now and be like, yeah, I'm taking your fridge. Why? That's how I'm feeling like, you know? Thanks for your milk.
Neighbors, you could do that, but...
I mean, like, I don't even know the guy. Like, that's...
Yeah.
It's his, like, and I'm like, yo, that couch trash, take it out. It's my couch. Why would I take it out because you said so? I'm telling you to take it out. That's what's happening here.
That's like so you get a roommate, for those who are looking for a roommate, and and basically after you agree to how much your rent share is, he tries to sleep in the master bedroom.
Yeah, like, it's like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't know. I say yes to both. We get it, Epic. They're probably blueballing all the developers. That's unfortunate. The same way you got out of that predicament from Steam and you made your own launcher, make your own huge app fucking store and do all that other shit. You have the money for it.
I'm pretty sure that they're getting a way bigger cut at a 70-30 than what most developers are.
Probably. I bet they did work out something beforehand.
You know, you got to figure the average company. Like, if we had released a game for that, there's no way we would have been able to argue a 70-30 unless that's just their standard.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know for sure.
No matter how fire it is?
Well, once it starts being super fire, you can probably negotiate.
Yeah,
but
super fire, you could probably negotiate, but it's not.
What's so funny?
What if it's super fire then?
I'm like, what's going on here? The Brian was like, look,
fire. It's gotta be super fire.
Yeah, if it's super fire, it's different. We sound like Michael Pena. That's all I have on that situation. It's like, yo, you guys can go fucking measure your dicks somewhere. The people who are fucking suffering now are the people who used to play your game. Like,
yeah, like, just if you're mad, move on to Hades.
Yeah, whoever's used to play a mobile Fortnite, like on Android or whatever, Dead Cells has been released on Android recently. Go buy Dead Cells then.
Really?
Yeah.
The game is awesome. I really need to go back and play it. They've released a couple of updates, and I haven't.
And you're welcome, anyone who's listening who did that. Oh, Fortnite was removed for you because Epic just can't handle it for whatever reason. Go buy Dead Cells on mobile. You're welcome. I mean, unless you guys have a different take. Like, I don't...
It doesn't affect me in any way, so I don't care.
I mean, I had kind of the same take with Uber and Lyft. You know, like Uber and Lyft's whole business model was you can pick up people and do ride sharing and make some money on the side, and then people were like, "Oh, I'm going to do this full time." Okay, well, if that's what you want to do, that's your choice, but it's still just like a part-time gig. And then they're like, no, you need to give us benefits and things. And it's like, that's not their business model. And then everybody's, then they got forced into having to provide insurance and all the employee benefits and all this other shit, went because people were bitching and moaning about that they're doing this full time and that they need to be paid like it's full time. It's like, bro, that's not the business model. That's not the job.
Yeah, you decided to try to make that your gig. We're not offering that as your gig. But whatever. I mean, it's you give them enough rope that they'll hang you with it. So
Basically.
that's all I got, man. Yeah, we went super dark in this last part of the fucking podcast. Brian's out there just fucking getting it. All right, the rest of the music minute. I don't even know if I've lost track of timestamps. I've been hitting the thing. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck we're talking about at what time. So it's gonna be a fucking wash episode when it comes on YouTube. The time codes are gonna be out of fucking whack. I gotta join the 2 videos because OBS decided to crash in the middle of a fucking sentence. Oh my god, dude.
I don't know.
You guys already talked about Popcaan and Smile from Juice WRLD. You guys still need Jaden and
All Mine by They.
yeah.
I guess I'll save the best for last, and I'm gonna go with So Boom. Right? I heard some songs from They. I think it's one person. I think it's a group. I'm not even sure, to be honest.
It's a group. It's a 2. I think it's 2 people group.
It's a duo. Okay, I've heard a few songs. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I think I heard a song with them and Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, you did.
This was on my release. Hey, new releases. Check it out. I was like, all right.
Okay.
So I clicked it. I like it a lot. It's like new age R&B ish, where it's like the instrumental is newer. There's parts in the chorus where it sounds like an older kind of like a poppy R&B song, but then imagine explicit lyrics on it, like the way you hear new R&B songs.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Instrumental I liked a lot. His voice I like. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. See that? I just went Porky the Pig. I enjoyed it.
Nah, he likes it a lot. Then, Kelsey, did you enjoy it a lot, or was it like a different take here?
It was okay. I mean, I didn't really care for some of the lyrics. The music was pretty decent.
What about the vocals? You like the vocals same way he did, or
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a decent voice. But
end up being like background noise kind of thing? Or
I mean, for me, yeah. Like I tried. I think that was one of the ones that I pulled up, and then the song starts off talking about how that pussy's mine, or something. And
that's
I
why
was
Brian
like,
likes it. That's why Brian
okay.
likes it. Brian came right off a WAP after this, and he's like, "This is gonna be it."
Was not what I was expecting.
2 different songs, yeah.
Kelsey was probably here with the, "Excuse me."
Yeah, like I was like, the fuck?
Never.
I would never say that pussy's mine.
Where do you get off?
No, I told Shannon I own her. I told her I traded all my goods for her.
Oh shit! Oh, that's valuable then. All your goods?
Yeah. What is it? I always joke around with her and tell her, I was like, I own you, remember? And she's like, you don't own me. I was like, yes, I do. I traded your brother all of my goats. You're mine.
I mean, when you put it like that,
you could have kept the goats.
I don't know where to go with that. Like, I'm not a farmer. Like, I don't know if this is it actually a good value. Like, I don't know. What are we talking about?
What could we trade now in modern times?
There's still livestock.
I mean, but most people don't have livestock.
Oh, money. We trade money for things, Randall.
But doesn't that sound wrong?
Trade money? No, that's business.
If you the whole livestock for the wife thing.
Oh,
yeah, you can't be like, here's 200,000 for your daughter. Like that's
Randall. Well, I mean, that's human trafficking.
Exactly. Well, so that's why I'm asking, what would we be able to trade in modern times then?
Nothing, because we don't. Human beings are not objects.
It's a hypothetical.
Well, it's different now because like I'm pretty sure they used to do stuff like that back in the day because the family would rely on everybody like working and doing jobs around the house and that kind of stuff, and so the person would the male would pay the father to take them off their hands to kind of like so that they could kind of recoup some of the costs that it is to lose that source of work or income.
Oh, we'll see. I learned something. I learned something
I
today.
mean, probably in like arranged marriages too. You're kind of bartering for status.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Randall. Look at Randall learn. Look at his face. He's like, I
Stock
learned
options.
something. Oh shit, that's not the word. That's not what I would have said.
Stock options.
What? Okay, I didn't see that.
It sounds like Randall said
I
that. Randall
see
said
that.
cock options.
It's the name of the episode.
Cock
That's what
options.
Tinder. Whichever.
Yeah. Okan's asking, is Disney Plus equally as good as Netflix? That depends heavily on how much Disney you like.
Yeah.
If you like all of Disney's old stuff, like animations, everything they own now, which is Star Wars, Marvel, whatever. If you like it, if you watch that a lot, then yeah, because it has all of that in it. So it depends on how much Disney stuff you watch. If you like a lot of Disney stuff, then it's going to be better than Netflix, because Netflix has zero Disney stuff.
Yeah.
I think. And maybe they have maybe a couple stragglers that they're contractually obligated to have until a certain point, but
I think you can get a free year of Disney Plus if you have Verizon.
I think that's how isn't that what you ended up getting, like a free year? Oh,
Before they launched, I signed up where you get like 3 years for like the price of 1 year.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Gave you a Bugatti discount too.
Here we go. Yeah. So that pussy's all yours, Brian. So what do you like? You know, back to the
What?
music minute.
He already gave his review.
That
Or on
last song, yeah.
Rainbow Bap.
Yeah, so
I want Kelsey Randall. I want you to know that Brian put down on here. He listened to a Jaden song, right? And I know me and you would probably think, oh, it's Cabin Fever. That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah. But he
He listened to Rainbow Bap.
The heck is that?
I know, he's about to tell us, and it better be better than fucking Cabin Fever, because we told him 7 times to go listen to fucking Cabin Fever.
I don't remember this.
I'm gonna listen to Cabin Fever right now while talking about Rainbow Bap.
I feel like
so-
the fact that he hasn't listened to it, and the fact that we both like it, he's like programmed not to like it.
Yeah, that's why he's like, nah, I'm not gonna go listen to that trash.
That's why I don't watch Spider-Man.
Yo, you
Wow.
are tripping hard right now. Go watch
Same
it.
thing with Coco and
You're missing out on Coco and Kubo.
Kubo?
Yeah, you're missing out on that badly.
Full
If you don't,
disclosure,
Here we go.
I clicked on Cabin Fever
it didn't work.
and I skipped around. No, I skipped around in it. Rainbow Bab's better than that song.
Oh shit, that bar's high, Randall. Let's get it.
But
Okay,
again, skip through just to hear what it sounded like.
okay, but even with that disclaimer, like if I skipped around Cabin Fever, that chorus hits, bro. But go ahead.
So yeah, best song out of this group of songs. I
Okay.
only had really one contender, to be honest with you. That was the
Smile.
Pussy song.
Oh,
No, definitely not. I don't know how to explain the instrumental so much. The whole song is weird because
It
like it starts with kind of boom bappy, and he's
Okay.
like he's in his woke bag, but then he gets to the chorus and he's in his sad bag, right? And in the rest of the song, he's kind of like in the middle of it. And then you know how in
like a rainbow.
you know that one song that's in his first album that halfway through it cuts and then he starts doing the chanting?
I remember that song. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
90.
90, yeah. He kind of does it here, but it sounds prettier here.
Oh,
Prettier. That's the first time I've heard someone describe a song.
that's pretty.
Pretty.
I've heard songs described many ways.
Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed it. He ends the chorus the way Drake would, like something Drake would say, and then the beat drops. That's just something I thought of when he said. I was waiting for someone to be like, "Jeez," or something after that.
Oh,
something
let's
weird.
go. Okay, I like those. When Drake does
But
that
it's not
stuff,
a
I'm
lit
like,
song.
oh
It's
shit.
definitely like a feelsy vibe song,
Okay.
but I really enjoyed it.
Like lounge music.
No,
He said it sounded like
Like-
like boom bops. So it's like Logic's instrumentals for the most part.
It's got
It's like-
yeah.
yeah. Imagine, I guess, like imagine R&B boom bap kind of.
Oh, okay. All right, now I'm curious as shit now
It's hard to
because you.
explain, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and then I heard again skip through
Yeah.
Cabin Fever. I like this more.
Oh, okay. I'm not saying you would like Cabin Fever more than Rainbow Bat. I'm just like you failed us by not listening to the wrong song that we told you to listen to.
it tomorrow, then and see if I care.
I mean, I hope that shit's nice. Cabin Fever is anyway.
Yeah, I highly recommend Rainbow Bat.
All right.
At least I recommend All Mine if explicit lyrics don't make you feel like you don't have to pray after. Like if that doesn't make
Brian,
you
I heard
do that.
WAP. I'm completely fine.
And Rainbow
Really?
Bap, and Rainbow Bap again, highly suggested. The other two, do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you to listen to this.
Randall, WAP makes me want to start up a brothel. Wow. Like that's the type of explicitness that song has. Okay.
Did you see that? Do you know who Safari is?
Joe Budden talks about him, but I don't know who he is.
He was Nicki Minaj's ex.
Got it.
He made a remix called Bad, I think it was. And it stands for big ass dick.
Nope, not listening to it.
You're joking, right?
No, he's not joking.
I don't remember what the acronym is. But
Don't
it's
link me that song, Brian. Don't link me that song.
I'm trying
Okay.
to remember what it is. Yeah,
Randall's like,
Bad.
what? It's bad? No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to hear that. Randall's done with this fucking podcast.
I'm surprised Randall sticks around for a lot of our podcasts.
Because
to be
he's
honest.
like, because now he has stories to tell. So like, he's like, yo, I was sitting in a podcast, man. They talking about big ass dick.
I would never start a conversation out like that.
I think you would.
No.
You're talking away from the mic again.
But he's finally saying the cock isn't even that long. So where do you stand here?
I was
Randall?
talking about a gun.
Not if I clip out only that part.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
All about context, bro.
Yeah. Talk about
Y'all crazy.
context.
That's pretty good. That's all the music. I think you guys are the ones that with a bunch of stuff left. Oh no, Brian's was just some music.
Yeah, literally, I didn't have anything until today on my document.
Brian, what are you doing, bro? You just sleeping?
I don't know what I'm doing, dude. I
Oh
played
my-
Hades a lot. I was gonna listen to.
That's
I was
valid,
gonna listen to-
actually.
I was gonna listen to Jesse's
Just-
album and Tiana's on Sunday, and I just had no desire to do anything new, so I just played Hades.
That's fair. I mean, every run in Hades is new.
But I mean, like, oh, I've never played X or heard X thing. What's this? No,
Okay, that's fair.
So when are you gonna stream again?
maybe this week I might stream Spiritfarer because it's on Game Pass for free.
It's gonna be a deep game.
Randall,
So
when you streaming this week?
we're not even there yet, Randall. Why are we talking about
Pussy.
plugs right now?
Ooh.
Kelsey, you got week
Damn, we
2
said a
now
bunch of
of.
stuff.
I mean, some of the stuff is just like updates because Risk of Rain 2 he talked about it last week. Now this week we played multiplayer. Did it like? Hold on, let me hit my timestamp. Did you like it more with people, less? Do you think it's scales
it's way better with
correctly?
me.
Like,
It's way better with friends.
okay,
You know, like I told you guys before the podcast, like I've been playing solo as well. Now that I actually know how the game works and what to do and that kind of stuff.
what to look out for, and
Yeah,
etc.
the first couple of times I played, I would get like, I probably would die on the first level or maybe the second level. I actually made it to the final boss on Monsoon with one of my characters, with one of the characters. I don't remember which one. I think I've unlocked all the characters that are currently released.
Okay,
I tried the samurai guy. He's pretty cool. The engineer. Who was the other one? The plant person. He was
X
pretty
or
cool.
something like that.
And
I don't know
then
their names. I just know by like their
Yeah.
character models. Because I'm like, oh, that guy. They all like distinct visual differences. So you can be
Yeah.
like, oh, the guy with this, or the plant, or the loader, which is like the rocket guy, or the mage looking one. And you're like, okay, I know who it is.
I think the mage looking one was the other one that I tried that I really just didn't care for. She's only got
Artificer.
like the she's the one that only has like a couple of shots for her primary, and then the secondary is like a big ball that makes an explosion.
Yeah.
Like she's got a cool kit, but I don't know, just isn't really.
That's one of my favorites is playing as Artificer. I don't know why. I feel like a badass mage, dude. Like I'm like, die, bitch, shh, and then I'm like recharging fire, and then like the ult is like you charge up this Kamehameha spirit bomb shit.
Yeah.
It feels
I don't
good.
know who Anthony is anymore.
Yeah, I've changed, Brian. I don't know what the hell it is with me and the zoners, but don't wait till Diablo 4 comes out and I pick fucking Warrior, and you guys can have your fucking field day of killing things before I get to it.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, the game's a lot better. It's a lot more fun, even playing single player, because I know what a lot of the stuff does. I know what to look for. It's absolutely broken when you unlock the whole choose your own artifacts. Like,
yeah,
you know.
That's why and they give you the option to do that. So if you don't want to do the choose your own, you can play differently, different difficulties with different artifacts that change the way the runs play. It's just the amount of replayability is there. Especially since you start unlocking different artifacts, finding out the different codes to get the artifacts.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it because it feels like a training mode. There's my alarm.
That's your fire alarm?
Yeah, it went away now.
That was I guess anyone listening, that was on our end.
I thought something broke out of containment or something.
Brian just gets consumed in front of live television, dude.
My wrench is right in front of me, so I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, I think it's fun to like test out like how broken you can make your character. It also makes it super easy to do, like get 12 crowbars, to unlock the secondary for Huntress. When you just run to the first 12 things and you go, I want the crowbar.
Every time.
Yeah, so I've unlocked a couple of secondaries for a couple of characters, and I don't know if it's just I'm not used to it or what, but I feel like a lot of them are just worse. The one that I unlocked for the engineer was instead of his shift giving you a shield, like an impenetrable shield, you get to fire missiles. And I really enjoy that one because I feel like I can actually like do things to things that are in the air. It also does a shit ton of damage. Because like his basic kit is just weird. Like I rely heavily on my turrets with him because I feel like either I don't do any damage or the setup to get the mines down so that they actually do damage just takes forever. Where you never get it because there's just shit that's swarming you, and it's like you put it down and then hope that it arms before it runs over it, but it never does.
Right.
So the missiles is nice because I can use that to like target multiple things or target one thing and do just like a whole bunch of damage to it with the 4 missiles and then let it recharge.
I don't know if you know, but with characters that can charge their left click, you can charge it and start sprinting, and you can continue to charge it while moving.
Yes. It's super nice to be able to like hold that for a little bit, so that if you're running around waiting for something to spawn, especially when something big spawns, you can just unleash a hailstorm of mines and things against them.
I was going to say about so the ones you've unlocked so far aren't like huge gameplay changes for the characters. Like I would imagine that if you're unlocking new skills, it just changes the way you play that character. Is it just stuff like where it's not?
So the Huntress, I unlocked 2 things for her. One is a secondary dodge mechanic, where it's called, it's what's it called?
I really need to change that.
Like one's called like Blink, and the other one's called Phase Blink, and they do virtually the same thing, except the second one you could store charges, but it's only like a short distance that you move. So you like literally go from like here to here, and you just kind of blink forward, and then you can like do that several times in a row. Versus the original one, you go from here to like here,
Okay.
And I prefer the here to here because I use that to like get up on ledges or get across huge gaps or something like that. Her secondary fire is she fires a volley of shots. So she'll like, what is it? So her normal shot, she just kind of, pulls back and fires. Her secondary is she fires a volley of 3 shots. And there's like you click the button, and maybe it's just because there's a delay, and maybe I'm just not used to. I haven't really been playing her recently, and there's like a delay where she like you click the button, and then she fires 3 shots, like she does it really quick, and then there's like a big delay between firing the next shot.
Gotcha. So it might be like some recovery frame or something.
Yeah, and it feels weird. Each bullet or each arrow does technically 50% less damage, but you're firing 3 of them, so you're doing twice as much damage.
You said it's an alternate that does the 3?
Yeah.
Maybe they want you to pair it with the charging dashes, because maybe when you dash, it resets the fire rate cooldown.
I mean, maybe, but I think it would just the time it would take you to do the dash and then fire again would probably be about the same. I don't know that it necessarily would cause it to reset.
I got nothing.
But I like I said, I just unlocked it, just started trying it out. It felt weird, didn't like it. I'll probably have to just try it a couple more times and check it out. I did switch to secondaries for everything for the engineer. Like the turrets version goes from a standing turret to a mobile turret that just does more damage and
He's with you the entire time.
Sort of. It's mobile, but it's not nearly as fast because they don't sprint.
Ooh, okay. So they'll straight roll behind.
Yeah, so they'll still follow you, but there's lots of times where you like get to another section and it's like
the whole Travolta thing.
Yeah, and so you end up just summoning 2 new ones anyway. You also have to keep summoning them if you want them to get any upgrades and things that you got. But I got those because they don't have as much range, but it is nice to watch them dodge things. Like I was fighting the final boss, and they were like the final boss was like charging up an attack, and I don't know if this was just random, but most of the time they would sit there and spin around him while he was attacking, and they would dodge the attacks.
Swings.
Yeah. Now the other thing you could probably do is just place the turrets down farther apart,
and then just kite them inside.
Yeah, or even probably even just do side by side. And as long as they don't get one shot, I'm pretty sure that they would just survive and continue to heal up. If you got a couple of the mushrooms that allow them to heal over time, and because they have such a larger range, they'd probably end up being more efficient. But usually what would happen is when he would jump up into the air and slam down, my mobile turrets would jump with me. So I got there's a relic that makes your initial jump higher, and then you can hold the interact button to like slam down on the ground.
There's the boots. I've gotten those before. Those are nice.
And so you jump, and then you watch your turrets jump, and then they survive. So I'm not having to resummon them, especially if you get really unlucky and he goes, I'm gonna slam and then jump and slam, jump and slam, and then you're sitting there without turrets, and a good portion of your damage comes from your turrets because they're constantly damaging him, and you're not always hitting him with your
main your primaries.
But I'm really enjoying him. I think he's a lot of fun. He's really slow. I don't like that I don't have a jump forward.
Yeah.
But he's not too bad if you can get a couple of
turrets running around.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm glad you like him, man. The roguelites are hitting hard this year, so with fucking Hades, Dead Cells, get a Rogue Legacy as of this recording is now out for early access. The sequel to Rogue Legacy is now out, so.
Oh shit! I didn't know they had a sequel coming out.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be the year of roguelites this year because they're all fucking fun.
Yeah. Speaking of roguelites, I played Undermine.
Good transition. Let's get it, Poppy. Let's go.
So I'm enjoying Undermine. I've gotten pretty deep, but I don't you get to you beat the boss, you get to the next level, you're given a map so that you can teleport down to that area. I think it's great what they do when you go to teleport, where you tell him you want to warp down to here, and he goes, hey, here's a free gift of a couple of different relics and things, and depending on how many levels you go down, he'll give you 2 more per level. And
yeah, so it's as if you went through those dungeons and got some.
Yeah.
So you don't go naked.
But the thing is I feel like a lot of that stuff is you get to those points because you already worked your way all the way down and managed to get a whole shit ton of relics. You
Yeah.
know, and so the couple that he gives you don't really seem to match up with where you are unless you've just like you got really lucky and you had like thousands of gold and you upgraded your weapons. But even then, I feel like the upgrade to the weapons doesn't seem to do much. You know,
It's
you
not.
get like
It's not worth it. It's the combination of relics is what makes it more exciting for me, especially because there's secret rooms. When you
Yeah.
when you warp, that doesn't account for if it generated secret rooms on those floors on the way there, which can
Not
get you
to
something
mention-
else.
not to mention you can get one relic that shows you briefly that there are secret rooms, and
Yeah.
then the secret rooms can have secret rooms. You
Yep.
know, and so like, I would go like I would teleport down, and then I would just like I would die within like the first couple of rooms because the enemies and things are doing so much more damage. You didn't get any of the blessings or anything, and like yeah, you also don't have the curses, but it's like
Those
you don't
blessings
have
are
any of
worth
the
it.
extras.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Because
I started just. Go ahead.
Because the first time I went to the second world and those wizards came at me, they were chopping my fucking health, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah.
I am not at the level. I can't fight these things.
Yeah. So now it's kind of boring having to like start from the beginning and work your way all the way down because it's so many extra rooms. I
Yeah.
think I'm 3 bosses down. I think I have 3 dungeon maps. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's a long journey going down to that point. But I'll end up with like 20,000 gold a couple of times and it's great. But then you like get down to the spot where you're like trying to progress and
Some dumb
you
shit
die
kills
in the
you.
first couple of or you like the previous level you just had a really bad run because the summoners were there or those things that like dip down and then teleport to you and start stabbing you.
Yeah.
You know, you just get unlucky and you go down there with 45 health and it's like okay,
I'm not making this. Yeah.
yeah. But
For
I mean
me-
all in all, like I really enjoy the game, but the repetitive grind is kind of getting annoying because I'm having to start from the top and go all the way down versus, oh, I'm just going to try this new area, you know.
And for
I
me,
feel
what
like-
doesn't help on that grind is the combat isn't as satisfying.
Yeah,
It feels very robotic. It's like, yes, you can throw your axe. It's not Hades. It's not Dead Cells. That combat, I can run that game all day because it just feels good to fight things, and that's what you're
Yeah.
doing the entire time.
Tell
Yeah.
me about it.
that's how I felt with like Rogue Legacy. Like Rogue Legacy, you died, you started over because you wanted to go fuck something up again.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you got a new character with some new traits, and you're like, okay, I know how this worked. I'm gonna do better. I'll go do something. With Undermine, you can learn how things work, but you don't necessarily do better. Like, there's not really I'm gonna do better against it. Shit just sometimes randomly happens. Most of the time, just randomly happens where you're just taking damage. You know, you're either getting overwhelmed or like you're getting preoccupied with something, or you just get like a really unlucky set of shit in the room where it's those little fucking oil blobs, and then something's throwing fire and catching the whole place on fire, and
Or
you're
one of
just
them-
like,
Or one of them has a bomb, and then you kill the
Yes.
thing, and the bomb drops, and there's like a good chunk of your health.
you know, yeah. But like, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm probably gonna try and finish it out. Probably not gonna be something that I, replay after I beat it.
Yeah.
Like even if there's like extra stuff after you finish the game, probably not gonna be something I put a ton of time into.
Hades, good Hades.
Yeah, I bought this on Steam because I didn't realize that it was, or I don't remember you guys telling me that it was on the.
Damn! It's on Game Pass.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and until Bryant was like, "Why did you buy that?"
If you were still under 2 hours, you could return it. I'm sure you're past the 2 hours
No,
at this
I'm,
point.
I'm way past 2 hours. Let's see if I
Oh
can.
man.
Let's see. Where is it? Undermine. I have 7.4 hours into it.
Yeah, you're not gonna return it. Shit. Yeah, that's how I tried it because it was on Undermine. On Undermine. It was on Game Pass, and I'm like, oh, let's get it. Let's try it.
Totally forgot. Like I've been watching other like what do you call it? I've been watching
Other content creators play it, and
yeah, like Co Carnage played it and it looked really interesting. It looked like a lot of fun and I saw you play it. And I was like, well, I mean, if they played it, I'll give it a try because it looks interesting. I really like the relic system. I think the relic curse system is pretty cool. I feel like because there's so much RNG, I feel like there's a lot of times that you just end up getting overwhelmed by relics or
Yeah.
curses, and so and then the relic to like curse ratio is not very good. So yes, you're getting some relics, but then you're getting like a shit ton of curses, especially if you get stuff like the chest or you blow up the purple flame.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's like you blow that up in the hopes that it's going to give you a nice like blessing or two, and then you just get some bombs, and it's like, I don't know why I even bother with this because whatever. And then it costs so much health to remove a curse at the altar that it's you're better off just taking the curse and hoping you can deal with it.
I agree with that. And like, for me, again, it comes back down to the combat. Like, the combat at first, I'm like, oh, Mom, it's only the first floor. Maybe I'll learn some abilities or some shit. Nah. It's just that swing, how you throw the thing. And I'm like, it's just not satisfying.
There are certain combinations of relics you get that make it a lot more satisfying. Like when you, anything that lights them on fire, electric, or whatever else. There's like a bow that you get that makes them, when you crit them, they explode in arrows. I walked into a room that had nothing but those fireflies, threw my axe at the firefly, and it just was like a chain reaction. All of them just exploded. It was awesome. There's also another one, like the sonic boom, where it throws the axe really fast. And see, there's one that like allows you to throw the axe really fast, and then there's one that makes like a duplicate of your axe. So you throw the axe, it hits something, and then there's like a ghost version that, as your axe is coming back, just randomly targets something and hits it, regardless of where it is. So that makes it a little more fun. But yeah, all in all, it's like, unless you get lucky and get like the crown where you get to extend your attack range, the combat itself is not super great.
And it has the unfortunate, I'm going to compare any combat with roguelites because Dead Cells into Hades. And if it's not up to that snuff, my guy, I'm going to knock you for it. And as much as I like Undermine's charm, I guess would be the word for it, the moment to whose haunted house did we walk into? Yeah, like, it's just not it. So, like, I kind of, like, stopped playing after a while. After I got to, like, the second or third floor, I'm like, I got it.
Yeah, I kind of want, like, I was playing a lot today because I played a lot yesterday and played a lot today because yesterday I didn't have any internet. And, today I was just kind of sitting here waiting for them to, there's just a whole bunch of noise, so I couldn't, like, stream or anything. I got bored. I was like, okay, I need to take a break from this because I'm getting bored with the game. And I feel like it's one of those that I really want to finish, but I don't know that I'm necessarily going to.
I stopped. I think I uninstalled that on both the PCs and stuff, and I'm like, I got it. It's fun.
Yeah.
You
for a bit.
way longer than I did. I did like 3 runs. I'm like, I have Hades, and I uninstalled it.
That's basically what I came to. Once I got to like the third floor, I'm like, combat. It ain't Hades, my guy. Hades has, again, it's all about responsive. Gameplay's king. That shit feels tight.
Yeah.
Right. It just feels good to just. And then that trailer today for the 1.0 launch, I'm like, what am I doing? Zag, man.
The company that they hired to do that trailer, that was their first project.
I mean, the animation was pretty nice. I like that. I'm like, oh, imagine this as an animation for like an actual show. I'm like, that'd be dope.
I'm looking at the Rogue Legacy 2 trailer, and it's an early access or whatever. Probably gonna just go ahead and buy this.
I thought about it today. I saw it and I'm like, should I just get this? And then Brian put the link of Torchlight 3 coming out, and I'm like, God damn it. Should I get this too because it's almost on 1.0? Or I'm just gonna wait for both of them to come out at 1.0.
A friend of mine told me that they've been saying that all the major updates that are done, they're just doing like the bug and the tweaks and the hip hop music and and then it's gonna be 1.0.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, the second, and Anthony's like, Light it up. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
I'll probably grab that and play it this week or stream it this week. I really want to stream during the day now that I'm like here and not really doing anything, but
you
not
could
really
probably give
getting
it a
that
shot.
chance when there's nothing but
People-
noise and there's no internet.
I mean, you can still stream it and just have push to talk for your mic. So if someone
true.
does say something, you can just quickly hey blah blah blah, blah and then just
You have that's one approach. You have two other approaches. The second one, embrace the noise and yell the entire stream. All right. The third one is just record. Like if your internet goes out, just record it and then do the
The rebroadcast.
yeah.
there you go. You got
Option 2 is the one I would rather see though.
it. Him
is it?
yelling over
Yell.
the noise. I'm sure, Brian, you would love that. Randall would love that too.
You just hear a bunch of saws in the background. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Yep. Oh, I got this.
Thanks for the sub.
Okay, I think that's it, people. Oh no, what is
All right. We
What
don't
is
have to
that
talk about
last-
I haven't really gotten that far into it.
is that a game or a show
Yeah.
or okay?
It's a game.
I have never heard of this. I'm gonna look it up real quick. What type of game is it? I mean, you don't have to
I
get
give
into
a-
it now, but
It's an RPG. It's similar to
okay.
it's similar to Fire Emblem's Three Schools in the sense that like you have a daytime thing
Three
where you,
houses?
or like a time limit where you have
Give
to
me-
like
Let me
Three
interrupt real
houses?
quick. Randall, I looked at this thumbnail of the game, looked at your face. You were disgusted of what I just saw. So I want you to explain to me, why did you not like what we just saw?
What are you talking about?
I highlighted, you know how you Google something and then they give you like YouTube thumbnails, and if you highlight over it, it plays a bit of the video? So I highlighted one of them and it looks like at the end of a battle. I'm assuming it's turn-based.
sort of. It's more of like live action.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Like
it did
a-
that, and then there's a character came up. His name was Lent, and it like zoomed
Yeah.
into his face. And I looked at the preview here, and it's just Randall's face was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he just hated every fucking second of that.
Yeah,
I don't know
I mean
what I
your
was
your main
thinking.
character. So Atelier Ryza. There doesn't really seem to be much of a point so far. Like I haven't gotten very far, but there's no like. Even reading the reviews and things, it's not like
There's a
Final
big
Fantasy or
baddie.
something where you like your whole point is to save the world, or you've been wronged and you're trying to make it right or something like that. You're just kind of this chick who like her and her two friends are like stuck on this island, and they go out on adventures on the island and try and like they get into trouble all the time, and then they go out on an adventure and they end up saving this girl from a monster who happens to be like the daughter of a merchant, and the daughter's protectors like apparently lost her, and then they save the kids from some like very strong monster, and then that kind of takes its turn with each of them. Like she wants to learn alchemy, the one dude wants to learn how to fight, and another kid wants to learn how to like to read. And their alchemy system is very strange. Like you literally like collect things throughout the world. You just like run up to it and collect it, and then you go to you have a pot and a recipe book, and you just like you put stuff in the pot, and then you have items, and then like the items will do like the item will do something, and then you can like buff the item depending on what kind of material you got. Like if it had like increases crit or whatever, or more health restored. So you can have like the same items all doing the same thing but adding extra things as well. The combat is live action turn based. Like you have like an ATB gauge. There's like I can't think of what it's called. It's not an ATB gauge. You just have this like thing that's off to the side that kind of shows which characters are being able to attack. and it like has your characters, and then it has an enemy character, they like fall at different rates depending on what kind of moves you did or their speed or whatever else. And whenever I think so far I only get to control her. Her name is Ryza or Ryza. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but the combat is interesting. You like as you attack things, you store up ability points or AP, and then with that you can either tell your other characters to be aggressive and use the ability points, or you can use them yourself. Or if you store up that level's entirety of ability points, which the first one is 10, you can upgrade your characters for the fight and or your ability class for the fight. And so you like I think how to explain it. So at level 1 you do one attack.
Okay.
If you roll it all the way up and then press a button, you're at level 2. Now you do 2 basic attacks with each attack, and then 3 and 4 and so on. I don't know if there's a max, but then you like start gaining more ability points with each attack instead of if you only get 1 ability point per attack. If you're doing 2 attacks, now you gain 2 each round. And then your friends will do the same thing.
Oh, okay. That's an odd way of doing the combat.
I mean,
and it's just for that fight?
Yeah, just for that fight.
That's weird.
And you can start off at level 2 if you manage to surprise the enemy. So like
Gotcha.
You can run up to it, like smack it to start the fight. You can see the creatures out in the world, and if you run up to them and smack them, or even if you don't,
attack. All right.
it teleports to like a battleground.
Okay. Dragon Quest style.
Yeah. So if you hit them, you start with a full set of ability points. You can either choose to use that to try and just end the fight real quick, or you can upgrade, your ability class so that you can do more at the start of the battle. So, like I said, I haven't gotten very far into it. Everything that I've read, it's gotten a ton of great reviews. Everything that I've seen for reviews is like, there's not really a point to the game. It's just kind of a fun game to just chillax to. Like if you're ever just like you've had a stressful day, you don't really want to think about anything, this is the game you play, And so I was
How dare they? That's the game. Forza Horizon. You drive a European beautiful landscapes. You flip your car over, get mad, and then exit the game. Okay?
You load up Hades. When you pick a god, you go for the purple wine glass, and then you just listen to his voice.
Zagman.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I haven't gotten very far into it. So far, it's decent. The story is whatever. It
seems like a day in the life kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in Japanese. There's not like an English sub version or an English dub version. It was interesting playing it the first time. I'll probably go back to it when I'm done with all the other shit, or if I'm like, I don't want to think, I just want to play.
So just download Forza Horizon 4, get yourself in a nice Beamer, right? And just drift along, Oh, get in a nice Corvette, all right? And you can drift around corners, flip over your car, get mad, and exit, All right, well then that kind of wraps it up here, peoples, unless I'm missing something else. On to the releases this week, which actually there's a bunch of shit coming out this week. For our Apex players, Battle Royale fans, Season 6, starts as of this recording, so the Tuesday. So get in there, get the new character, Rampart. They added like new crafting stuff in the game. I know, it made me laugh the entire time. I'm like, Woody Harrelson, Rampart. Spiritfarer comes out today, which is a side-scrolling, I don't know what type, it's like a management game, like a crew management kind of game where you help people like in their passage to death. And it's like a kind of a deep, like sad kind of thing, but it's presented in a whimsical way with very great art. Music's great. Those kind of games. And Indie Darling seems like. Mortal Shell, which is a Souls-like game that's coming out. That came out today. I mean, graphically, it looks really cool. I don't know mechanically how it plays. I just saw that it's coming out.
Click on it.
Mortal Shell? Okay.
So it looks like it plays similarly to,
Yeah, it's like a
Dark Souls?
Souls-like. Yeah.
but it's not quite the same. Like you just have from what I can tell, you only have one weapon and one character.
So what you do is you're a character, and there'll be carcasses of people. You get in them, and that's how you become classes. So you can get into a knight shell, a whatever shell, and then you get to do different things.
Okay, did not realize that's what it was.
That's a pretty cool concept.
Missed that, but you have like a dodge ability with what I can tell it has iframes, and you also have, from the people that I've seen, you have
That one
like
vanished. Sorry, I'm watching
what?
a trailer. I'm sorry, I'm watching a trailer, and one of them like fucking to dodge, he vanishes like it's like a teleport.
Yeah, and then there's
Wonder
another
about it.
ability that you can like harden yourself. You like basically turn to stone and absorb an attack, and then you can start, destroying the shit out of the person.
Gotcha. That looks cool.
Is it on PC?
Yeah, that's on PC.
No, it only released for consoles. PC is coming soon.
Oh, really? Is he trolling?
No.
Who do I trust?
I'm about to confirm. I thought it came out on Epic Games first today.
Oh, okay. Well, on Steam.
Available
it's on
now,
its-
Mortal Shell.
Okay.
Oh.
So Epic then.
I'm
that
like my.
I didn't
On
realize
Steam,
it's on Epic. If you search for Mortal Shell release, it says Steam wish list. Like because the first thing that came up for me was for Steam, and it's add to your wish list. It says the game is not available yet on Steam. Planned release date is 2021.
It's one of those games that Epic probably got as a timed exclusive on theirs.
Did not realize it was for Epic. So
Well, then let us know, Randall. Oh, snap! A game review next week by Randall playing Mortal Shell. Sounds like something needs to be streamed or recorded or something.
He's just gonna load up Tekken again.
You should see how salty this man got. We don't have time for this week, but next week you can tell him about your escapades. Rogue Legacy 2, as of this recording, which is Tuesday, is out on early access on Steam. I can vouch for the first one heavily. I love the first one. If it plays just like the first one, then I'm probably going to recommend this too. I'm sure they have added more mechanics, hopefully. Remnant from the Ashes gets a new DLC this week called Subject 2923. I don't know what the exact date is.
20th.
It's on the 20th? Okay. Oh, wow. They did it on a Friday? Oh, no, Thursday. Battletoads this week. The remake comes out. Looks cool. I'm probably going to maybe play that. I'm enraged the entire time if it's as hard as what it used to be.
On Game Pass.
So, yeah, it's on Game Pass. So if you have a Game Pass, it's part of it. And then also, last but not least, Samurai Jack has a new game out called Battle Through Time, and it looks pretty cool. Randall his eye says, "Let me see it." So here you go, Randall. You get to see some Samurai Jack gameplay, hopefully.
I hope the game looks like
It's
I'm
anime.
listening
Yeah,
to-
it's
I was hoping it was gonna be like a side scroller.
a bit like 3D,
What?
but it has the animation style like the 2D, the Samurai Jack game.
Man, they dropped the ball.
I don't know. It looks cool. To me, I like the look
No,
of
I'm
it.
not saying it doesn't look good, but I was just hoping it would be like a side scroller, like I don't know.
Okay. For movies,
Stop.
I don't know what an accurate listing. Sorry, because I'll let you speak in a bit.
no, go
don't
for
know.
it. I'll wait till you're done with everything.
I don't know what the accurate place to go look for what's digitally released because shit is just dropping. I do know that the theaters are deciding to open up. The New Mutants is coming out soon. I don't know the exact date. I think it's next week, but I'm not entirely sure. So whenever your theater's open, that's going to be available to watch, which has been pushed for like 3 years now. So hopefully that movie's good. And then for music, I saw the list. Nas is dropping a project, so I'll definitely be listening to that this weekend. And that's about it for the new releases. It's just wrapping it up here. Kelsey, what's up?
So I'm listening to WAP.
Yeah, you are. The explicit version?
Do what?
The explicit version.
I'm
I'm
watching the official music video. Which
That's
seems
not
to be
the.
explicit.
No,
I think that's edited.
that one's edited.
Oh, I'll have to try and find the explicit
Actually, tell me.
version
What does the chorus say?
then. Wet and gushy.
Wrong. Wrong.
no.
You know, that's the clean version.
Okay, then I'll find a different version. The music's good. The lyrics actually go really well. This is a lot better than listening to Ben Shapiro do it. But because like just reading the lyrics is like
It's not. That doesn't do it justice.
Fuck?
This is not for reading. This is for lights flashing. You're 7 Jamesons in. And you're like, what the fuck's happening right now? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude,
hey,
that's hard.
yeah. Like this is not a. Is this like a club shit? Like it's not. Let me sit down and read it. What?
I haven't really cared for anything that Cardi B's been in.
Yeah.
I think the only one that I've liked is Wish Wish by
I don't think I heard that.
what's his name? Fuck. Hold on. I have it right here.
Why you say it like that? Full. All right.
Where is it? DJ Khaled.
I don't think I heard that.
So whatever.
You heard it already? Oh, okay. Oh, that's fair. All right, we got
But
3
this
hours,
one's not
bro.
bad. Like, I don't like her as being the primary. I guess there's
There's
a
people
lot of
that
artists
excel at featuring and then not on their
Yes.
own thing. Yeah,
yes,
I get that.
you know, like there's a lot of artists that I'm like I've heard with somebody else, and then I go and I listen to their music, and I'm like,
What's
There's
happening?
no way it's the same person. This is shit.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Sometimes people just do better on features than they do in their own projects. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean that's the way I felt with like Kendrick Lamar for a long time. But then I heard, his was it Damn CD
Yeah,
started to grow on me. I really enjoy that one.
I agree. But I also liked him before. Damn, the Good Kid, Mad City is where I got in. He had another project before that, but I didn't really
He had
care for much.
He had Section 80. He had it was like mixtapes.
Gotcha. That's it, people. We're good to go here. Kelsey, sounds like you're going to be
What's up?
streaming Rogue Legacy this week.
Yes. Probably gonna be. I'm probably gonna grab it after the podcast and install it and play it tomorrow.
Okay.
Still have a little bit of work to do on the house. Right now, we just have exposed subfloor, so hoping that they had to remove a lot more than they thought they were going to, and apparently the company that makes our flooring stopped production about a month and a half ago, and there are 2 boxes, or supposedly only 2 boxes left in the entire U.S. For the supply for our flooring. And they had enough on hand to do what they had originally taken up, but because the guys who took up the floor didn't take it up properly, the framers had to remove some extra material, and there was no way they were going to be able to like finish the job properly.
Shit.
But supposedly they found some spare stock in Savannah, and they sent a guy down there to grab the wood so that they can, or the floor so they can do everything.
Sorry, I thought Randall was
but we'll
sleeping
see.
on you.
You can't see my eyes?
No, Randall.
No.
It was to the point where it was like this. And I'm like, did he just fucking fall asleep live on television? We're going to clip and just send it to everybody he knows? Okay.
But yeah, so what's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
So tomorrow probably, be streaming for a little bit during the day, and then maybe some Thursday and Friday. So we'll see.
Okay. Bryant, what are you doing this week? I heard you were, yes, you sexy. What are you going to be doing? You said you're going to be streaming this week, all week, every day?
Nope.
Sounds like someone got that information wrong.
Tomorrow I'm watching ReZero. Either Thursday or Friday I'll probably stream Spiritfarer because that game looks like something you can relax to or get overly depressed because that game looks like it's going to hit you right in the heart.
Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with probably lovable characters that are trying to deal with death, so.
Yeah. If I'm really feeling myself, maybe I'll stream another day, so either Thursday or Friday. But if I'm feeling it, maybe Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
And then I don't have any plans past that. Maybe watch some games done quick. You guys, if you want to donate to a good cause and watch some fast gameplay, go ahead and donate to Summer Games Done Quick.
Yeah, I was saving that for my end, so don't listen to him right now. I got a better okay? That's my job, thank
You
you.
didn't have kneecaps.
I'm outed. Randall.
What
The fuck are you doing this week?
am I gonna do this?
He's working.
Besides work, I haven't decided when, but I'm probably gonna take a stab at playing Mortal Shells. Sometime this week.
Oh, so you're gonna start using OBS? Got it.
OBS? Why? What does OBS have to do with Mortal Shells?
You can record it.
What happened to playing Grease?
Oh, I guess he didn't. Either forgot about
I'm
it.
still up, I haven't forgot. I'm still up in the air about it.
We'll get back
On
to the
streaming?
ground. No, he quit that a long time ago.
I think he quit.
Well, I mean, he
Yeah.
is still waiting for that new graphics card. You know.
He
Yeah,
can't
they're
stream
gonna-
without an
He's gonna
RTX.
swear that Grease has demons, and then that's his excuse out of it.
No, that's not it.
Okay. Hey.
Cool.
All right. Well, then potentially he's playing Mortal Shells and not showing you guys him playing sometime this week.
Mortal Potatoes. That game was good, man. I think I'm gonna have to
Cop that.
dabble in it.
Okay.
I hope it's
It's
a
gonna be
good story.
his first attempt at a Souls-like game.
I think so.
I would love
To watch him. Yeah, to watch him play
There-
this.
well, I would love to watch him play Demon Souls
Oh,
when he gets
Wow.
to the night.
The Tower Knight. I will never forget. That's how I knew it was fucking Demon Souls in that trailer. I'm like, that's fucking Tower Knight.
Yeah, as soon as because like I came in the middle of the like I think I joined right as that like had started,
Mm-hmm.
and it showed like a skeleton, and then
Yeah.
it showed the knight. I was like, this is Demon Souls. I was
Yeah.
like, this has to be.
That fucker killed me too many times. I'm never gonna forget him.
Adam almost quit playing that game because he got so frustrated with the Tower Knight.
He
He couldn't
like
figure out how to do it, how to kill him, and then he was like, either tell me how to do this or I'm done. This is bullshit. I don't want to do this.
I remember I had to look it up. I had someone how to beat it because I don't know what the fuck to do. Like he was just literally just one shot me. And then when he he'll jump backdash and if you're in the same state, you're getting hit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Anyway, yeah, but Mortal Shell, I would like you should stream that for like the 6th time now. I'm telling you,
I just hope it's a good story.
Randall. I don't know about the story. I think that game is built for gameplay mechanics alone. But that's just me from that trailer. That's all I.
Those Souls-like games are games where you have to find the story for yourself.
Yeah, like you piece it
Randall,
together
you
depending on the world.
You should stream Mortal Shell. So I haven't quite decided if I'm going to get it yet.
You guys keep saying
That you should
So-
stream because you
so-
have a following? Yeah. It's because it's true.
yeah, you guys keep saying Souls-like game. What does that mean?
Dark Souls
Like Dark
when Demon Souls first came out, it became like a cult following where it's like, yo, you gotta play this, and then it exploded to becoming its own genre. Where there's now a lot of games built around the foundation that Demon Souls is.
What's unique about the?
Well, the controls and the dodging and
The
everything
combat,
else.
the way the open world works. Well, Dark Souls made it more open world, but the way checkpoints and stuff are saved, the way you progress in the game, like it's
The
currency that
healing,
you can,
the
yeah, the
armor.
healing, yeah,
Losing
all of that.
money if you die.
Yeah, like losing the currency you would use to upgrade if you fuck up, but you have a chance to go back and get it.
They also
like,
don't really tell you
it's-
much. It's like a classic early style game. They don't really tell you much about how to play. You kind of just have to figure it out.
The whole game is feel everything out.
Oh, there's no tutorial.
There is, but not to the point where it's like, here, I'm holding your hand. This is how you do this. This
Yeah.
is how you do this. It's like you
It-
fucking hit buttons and you figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it'll show you like the basics, like
This is
press
how you
this
move.
to attack.
Mhm.
This is how you roll. This is make sure you equip equipment.
But like
and
how to
then,
get
like-
specific items, what the items do, maybe there's secret properties to them. That stuff you fucking feel out.
Yeah, the game doesn't reward you for playing it to an extent. I mean, you learn by dying and failing.
And you saying Mortal Shell is like this?
It looks like it. The combat is like it. I don't know the rest. From that trailer we saw,
Yeah.
that combat looks like it's Souls-like.
It looks more like Sekiro than it does Dark Souls with the combat. It's more two-dimensional than Dark Souls is. Because it looks like you have it looks like it's faster paced like Sekiro. And if you like that game, it looks like you probably like this one because it has been compared to the Souls style games, but it's not quite the same. I mean, neither is Sekiro.
So Godspeed, Randall.
You should stream it though.
He's not gonna. Well, we gotta all stop holding our breaths at this point. We're going to suffocate.
I
Yeah,
know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Oh,
as in me, the cat, and Kelsey.
that's not. I'm not a person now. Yeah, that's it. Do is more.
No. All right, that wraps it. Oh, myself. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Fuck, am I gonna stream? I'm gonna stream Tater Tots tomorrow. Be sure to be here. Excuse me. I'm actually might try Xenocrisis tomorrow. It's a Game Pass game where it looks like it's made from the 90s. And it's like a top-down shooter. It's co-op, but I don't know if I'm gonna do co-op. I just want to see to play it. It looks like it's a game Randall grew up playing.
Ooh,
Because
so
it's just that's just the type of games we would play. Like these arcade games are like very and like guys just shooting guns, and it looks very his style. Like, you know how you watch that movie about being in the 80s and like games or whatever. This looks like a game that they would play in the movie he talked about earlier in Kevin Smith.
I play cool games though.
Hey, what's that game you play on your phone?
What game?
The one where it's houses, Housescape. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what he plays.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Just making sure that you said
It's a
cool game.
It is a cool game.
All right. So I'll probably stream that tomorrow maybe because I saw the trailer for that. I'm like, oh, it's on Game Pass. I might give it a shot. I think it's Xenocrisis. I don't know what the hell it's called. It's a recently added Game Pass game, so. I thought about getting Flight Simulator and trying that out, but I don't have the patience. Like, if I'm gonna fly around and doing something, I gotta shoot at something. So, I'm not here to like, oh, I'm gonna take you to LA from New York. Man, that looks pretty. So, like, that's not me. I appreciate what they did and the tech behind it. That ain't me. So, I'm not gonna be playing Flight Simulator. And then Thursday, I don't know. Thursday, Friday, I still need to start my fucking Animal Crossing town. So, like, I might do that. I might bring it up here and do that. And then
Do you do stuff to other people's towns?
Depends, yeah. It depends on the state. Like, if they set you as a best friend or something like that and they invite you over, you can fuck around with their town.
You like burn the
like
buildings
spray
down?
paint graffiti
Wow,
on
Randall,
something?
no, you cannot. Wait, well, let me address both of you criminals at the same time here. No, you cannot graffiti someone's house. I don't think so. And you cannot burn them down, Randall. There are people living in them.
Can I challenge the government?
No, I want to hear what Randall says. I mean, after arsony.
I would make sure people weren't inside.
Oh, how? Thank you, Randall, for making sure that I wasn't inside while you burned my home down.
Yeah, but you get insurance money.
I'm trying to send a message from across the land.
Oh, Randall, I can't wait to invade your fucking Cyberpunk game, dude. Watch.
I was actually, when I was thinking about it, though, I was actually thinking that's what you should do to like your girls. You should go to her island like at nighttime when she's asleep.
No, she takes that. No, I'm not. That's something she takes very seriously. Is like setting up that island. I'm not gonna fuck around with that.
I'm not saying you had to burn down the entire village, just like one building, and then put a message on there that this is the message.
The running gag for me in
man.
Animal Crossing.
You never do that as a joke. Like, I watched a video of some girl that pranked her boyfriend by deleting his 2K career for one of the games. And, like, I mean, you can't get that shit back. I mean, he had years put into that shit. And she did it as a prank.
You basically just threw away my time.
Basically, yeah.
So it's like, okay,
But aren't the houses like made, just pre-made?
like the stuff. Yeah, but I understand that. But you're saying like break, like Like if I go into,
I'm not talking about something she spent time into creating. I'm just talking about like the static houses that you just get.
the thing is, I'm not into that's too much work for me. When I play Animal Crossing, all I want to do is go to a fucking water and
You just want to fish.
I just want, you know how calming Animal Crossing. When Kelsey said, "What? Don't think and play this game," I'm like, Animal Crossing fishing. There's no way you're telling me that's not better than what he's talking about.
Anthony, fishing in any game.
It's
The
just
most relaxing. When I played Black Desert before Kelsey started playing it,
yeah.
I don't even know how. I got a horse. I started investing in real estate somehow. I don't even know where I got the money. And then I just started fishing.
What the fuck's happening? Yeah. So like
Black Desert's fun if you want to do like, the combat's cool, but I feel like a lot of the extra stuff is way better, like collecting, like mining and fishing and crafting and that kind of stuff.
I didn't play. I don't think I played along. Was that the game that I played like one stream and never played again?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. I don't remember why. I was playing it. And I'm like, I can't do this. I don't think I have Final Fantasy 14 installed because I got to give that a try. I don't know if I can do MMOs. I just don't know. Like, as soon as I played Black Desert, I'm like, I can't do this. I walked away from this a long time ago for reasons. And then I installed Final Fantasy 14 to give it a shot because that's what I do. I give shit a shot. Then I talk about it. So we'll see how that goes. The running gag for me in Animal Crossing is there's a statue of a tiger just doing this. And I placed it when we were still sharing an island. I just placed it everywhere. So she would see it behind a house, and it's just a tiger going. And I'm like, mira ese tigre? And I just put it everywhere. So if I were to go to her island, I just hide a bunch of those statues and then leave. So she's going to be like, what the fuck?
It makes me think of the Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel pulled a prank on
Damon?
on one of his staffers.
Oh.
I don't remember what her relationship with him is, if it was like just like his manager or if it was like his sister or something, but they had a cardboard cutout of him just like, like
Pointing or doing something?
yeah, and they would just place it everywhere, and she would like, it'd be right in front of where the elevator gets off or right in the elevator, and then they did one where it was like, like outside of an office room or something, and she would just freak out every time she saw it. And then at the very end, he was like in her, he was in her office, and he stands there and does the same pose, and she like flips out and is like, "Oh my god, this thing is just ridiculous!" And he's just like, "Get a picture with me and this stupid thing so I could show people later." And then he's standing there, and she comes over. And he goes, "So how's it going?" And she like, flips the
Wait a
fuck
second. How did she not know there was a person there?
out. Dude, the cutout was like realistic looking.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I don't know if maybe it wasn't a cutout. Maybe it was like a mannequin. I don't really remember. But it was something that was like when
When you take a quick look at it, you're like, "Oh fuck, there's a person there."
Yeah, it's like if you see the same thing over and over again, you're gonna just think, "Oh, it's just that stupid cutout," and then you go up to it, and you're not like paying attention to the fact that it has depth to it.
Okay, I gotta watch it. I gotta look it up. I'm sure I can probably find it on they have a YouTube channel, right? The Kimmel Show. So I can find it. And that's about it. Like Brian said earlier, as of this recording, Tuesday,
18th.
the 18th of August. Summer Games Done Quick is currently happening. Please go watch them at twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. Donate. All the proceeds go to Doctors Without Borders. They're doing fantastic speedruns. I donated for I usually donate every year for both Awesome Games Done Quick, which is early in January, and then Summer Games Done Quick. I usually donate for any of the sections like the task bots, and I don't think I saw one this year for that, so I just donated for the bonus game, which was Ori, and they already hit the fucking the milestone, so I just donated for the sake of it. Go in there, donate. It's for a good cause. They do fantastic speedruns. I don't know what's currently at this time of recording what's being speedrun, but they have a pretty cool schedule going on. We saw Ori get speedrun, the new one, and it was pretty dope. Witcher was speedrun yesterday, I think it was. Witcher 3.
Portal 2.
Portal 2 was like they have a bunch of
Zelda's
modern games
Twilight
and older.
Princess. Like,
Yeah.
it's a ton of good stuff.
And if they usually have tasks on there, that's the first thing I donate for because I want to see more. Watching tool assisted speedruns, it's like, yo, these guys are breaking the game at any frame possible. They'll be like, yeah, at this frame we can make the bot just hit all these random buttons, and now the credits roll.
Yeah.
And they can like
shirts.
Yeah, they have really good merch too this year for the Summer Games on Quick.
Quick side note: it was a wax figure, and it's his cousin. I posted it in the podcast so that
Okay.
you can watch
I'll watch that then.
Watch the thing above too that I posted.
the Lemmy show.
Is that
I
the
was told that, I
Go
was
ahead.
told that that's me. People, friends of mine said that that's me whenever I do an Irish accent.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's that
feathers.
guy, but it's a different clip.
Gotcha. It's feathers. It's what's okay. All right, that's it. I'm already way over. It's like 3.5 hours, guys. This is fucking a shit show.
You.
All right, so
Everybody
thank you.
leave. Get the fuck out.